83 on NBC. A New Year's Day triple-header celebration. First up, the Fiesta Bowl from Tempe, Arizona, as number 10 Oklahoma brings its sensational freshman Marcus Dupree into the home of the Sun Devils. He gained over 900 yards this year to set an Oklahoma freshman record. Arizona State will be ready with the number 1 defense in the country. They gave up a mere 95 yards a game on the ground. It's Oklahoma and Arizona State in the Fiesta Bowl. Then it's on to Pasadena, where Michigan and sensational Anthony Carter challenge UCLA, the Pac-10 champs who are ranked number 5. Michigan and UCLA in the Rose Bowl. Then it's on to Miami for all the pageantry and color of the Orange Bowl. LSU comes in as they have all year, trying to pull the big upset. Tonight they'll be facing Big 8 champion Nebraska, number 3 in America. Our innovative instant pre-play will focus on individual players such as Outland winner Dave Remington and All-American running back Mike Roget. It's LSU and Nebraska wrapping up our triple header, all today, New Year's Day 83 on NBC. Again, everybody, and Happy New Year to you all. I'm Len Berman in New York, and we hope to get your 1983 started off in exciting and colorful fashion. We have a triple header of bowl action here on NBC, starting with the Fiesta Bowl, then on to Pasadena for the Rose Bowl, and finishing up tonight in Miami with the Orange Bowl. And I'll be here throughout the day with scores and highlights. So sit back and enjoy 3 terrific bowl games right here on NBC without changing your dial. First up, the Fiesta Bowl, we have Oklahoma and Arizona State. Let's go out to Tempe, Arizona.
It will be an exciting day here at the Fiesta Bowl. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Charlie Jones. This is Lynn Dawson. And we're very pleased to start off the new year for you on NBC. And we do it with a classic matchup.
Oklahoma against Arizona State. The Sooners, number 2 in rushing in the nation. Arizona State, the number 1 defensive team in the nation. It boils down to this. Marcus Dupree, the great running back for Oklahoma. If Arizona State can stop him, they got a chance of winning. If not, it looks like it's going to be Oklahoma's day.
One thing that we do know, Lynn Dawson, it is a gorgeous day. We're at the 12th Fiesta Bowl, Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. A sellout crowd of more than 70,000 will be on hand here today. And at kickoff time, the temperature is 60 degrees, so stay with us today. Just sit back and relax and don't touch that dial. We've got the matchup here between the Sun Devils of Arizona State University and the head coach of the University of Oklahoma, Barry Switzer, and the Oklahoma Sooners. And that great offense that you will be seeing, led by the freshman Marcus Dupree. And then we'll be on to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena and then to the Orange Bowl in Miami. So a great day here on NBC. Lynn?
We have some great matchups not only here, but as you mentioned, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Michigan with the great Anthony Carter. And going against UCLA, the quarterback Tom Ramsey had a great year. And on this evening to the Orange Bowl, Nebraska, the number 1 offensive team in the nation, led by that great Outland Trophy winner Dave Remington. What an outstanding center he is, going against LSU and their great freshman running back Dalton Hilliard. But right now we've got Arizona State receiving the ball.
All right, for the Oklahoma Sooners, Michael Keeling will be kicking off. The deep backs on the return are Willie Gittens and the freshman from Arizona State that you'll be seeing today, Darryl Clack. Now, the Sun Devils have been on probation. They've not been on television for 2 years. And we are underway on NBC. Gittens on the return to the 15, 20, 25. And he returns near the 30-yard line as Scott Case was there. Let's look at the offense for the Sun Devils of Arizona State. The quarterback is Todd Hans. Tex right, Alvin Moore will be the running backs. Witherspoon is the flanker. And you will see Doug Allen as has been in the big guy. Ron Wetzel, 6'7", 238 pounds, is the starting tight end for Arizona State.
And we'll be taking a look at him because he has had some knee problems. He is starting. They don't know how long he'll be able to go.
From the Sun Devils' 30-yard line, first down. Todd Hans, the quarterback. Good passer, almost a 56% completion average. A fumble on the first play. It is recovered by the Sun Devils, Alvin Moore. The tailback was the ball carrier, so a little nervous as we open the ball game. Let's look at that offensive line for the Sun Devils. Mike Whitey is the quick tackle. The quick guard is Dan Mackey, but he was limping. Mark Shoup, the center. Ron Showers, the strong guard. And James Keaton is the strong tackle. Second down. Hans to throw. And it is incomplete. So it'll be third down and about 9 to go at the 30-yard line. Wetzel, the intended receiver. Let's look at the Sooners defense. Sooners known for their offense, but the defense is good. Left end is Goodlow. Daryl Goodlow, then Rick Bryan, the All-American. The nose guard is John Blake, then Bob Slater, and Kevin Murphy. And Murphy has had an outstanding year for that Oklahoma defense. So we talk about the matchup of the Sun Devils defense against the Sooners offense. The game could be decided by the Arizona State offense and the Oklahoma defense. Third down and 9. Hans with protection, far side, pass is complete, close to the first down at the 40-yard line. Scott Case was there for the defense. Tex Wright, the fullback, is the man who caught it. The rest of the defense, linebacker is Benson. That's Thomas Benson with Jackie Shipp on the other side. At the corners, Dwight Drain and Scott Case. And at the safeties, Keith Stanberry and Steve Hayward. They mark it at the 39-yard line. And that means that Mike Black will be kicking 9th in the nation. And Marcus Dupree, Scott Case set for the return. On a gorgeous afternoon at the Fiesta Bowl. Game just underway. A 44.3-yard kicking average taken at the 31-yard line with the fair catch. And now we will look at the offense of the Oklahoma Sooners. Kelly Phelps, the quarterback, with Stanley Wilson, the fullback, and of course the man everybody is looking for, Dupree. Sewell at the flanker, the tight end Fontenette, and Paul Cluas, the split end. And Oklahoma now on offense for the first time in the ball game from their own 31-yard line.
Oklahoma will operate both out of the I formation. They will use some wishbone today, too.
A flag is down on the play. Caldwell leading the defense. Stanley Wilson, the fullback, getting the first call from Carson, California. Knowing more as a blocker. Go ahead, Lem.
You think Caldwell has been watching Gastineau with the Jets?
Illegal procedure against the Sooners. All right, that offensive line for Oklahoma. Rocky Hubble, Paul Parker. The center is Chuck Thomas. Dr. Death, Steve Williams on the right side, and Brent Burks, the right tackle. At the 26-yard line, first down 15, so we'll start over. David Carter and Paul Cluas, the messenger service, and wide receiver. So Carter slips out wide, but Dupree gets the call, and the defense is waiting for him. And this time it is Brian Caldwell along with Mark Hicks. Let's look at that defense of the Sun Devils. Number 1 in the nation. Vern Maxwell, All-American. Jeff Cote. Callahan, the nose guard. Caldwell, the right end. And the right linebacker is Mark Hicks. 28-yard line. Second down and about 13. Second down and 14 officially. Kelly Phelps, the quarterback for the Sooners. On the option, Marcus Dupree. And he draws the crowd to the 38-yard line. He picks up almost 10, so it'll be third down and about 4. Paul Moyer is the man who made the tackle. The strong safety for the Sun Devils.
Number 54, All-American Vernon Maxwell. They are going to option off of Vernon Maxwell. He goes for the quarterback, but the quarterback does not have the ball. This big man does. The freshman running back, Marcus Dupree. You're going to see a great deal of him today. Arizona State, if they're going to win, they must stop number 22, Marcus Dupree. It's as simple as that.
And remember, Dupree, a freshman, he is only 18 years old. Option other side. Here's Dupree. Needed 4 to pick up the first down. Jim Jeffcoat made the tackle, and he should have the first down. The officials will check that out. the rest of the defense. Greg Battle, inside linebacker, along with Jimmy Williams. The other inside linebacker is Wayne Galloway on one quarter, Mario Montgomery on the other. Strong safety is Paul Moyer, and two-time All-America free safety is Mike Richardson. The line of scrimmage, the 42-yard line. It is a first down.
Arizona State likes to go with a lot of stunts. They'll take Richardson, the All-American safety. They'll blitz him. They'll do a lot of things defensively.
Dupree in motion, but it is Stanley Wilson, the fullback, who takes the handoff. And Vernon Maxwell, the first man on the defense there, with Mike Richardson, the free safety, also in on the play. Gain of 5.
Mike Richardson, number 25, a two-time All-American. He's all over the field. He leads that secondary in tackles. He's done it for 3 straight years.
Second down and 5. The Sooners offense again with David Carter and Paul Kluas, the split ends. They alternate as a messenger service. Second and 5. Second back through Dupree. Gain of a couple to the 49. Jim Jeffcoat, the left end. And Mitch Callahan, the nose guard, making the tackle. Jeffcoat from Cliffwood, New Jersey, and Callahan from here in Phoenix.
Charlie, number 22, Dupree, you must stop him at the line of scrimmage because he's 235 pounds. He runs a 40-yard dash in about 4.3, 4.4 seconds. So if you get him in the secondary, he is gone.
He has 7 touchdowns this year, 7 of his 13 from outside 60 yards. One's including a punt return. Dupree, 4 carries, 17 yards. Here he is again. He'll be caught for a loss. Now you see Vernon Maxwell and Paul Moyer, the strong safety. Why? The Sun Devils, the #1 defensive team in the country. There is the matchup you will be seeing today.
I said you must stop this man before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Number 54, Vernon Maxwell, the All-American. He does just that. Hit him in the backfield. Get penetration. Get Dupree before he gets ahead of steam. Gets him upfield.
Michael Keeling handles all of the kicking chores for the Sooners. A 43-yard punting average, 12th in the nation. Scott Keegans takes it at the 16-yard line, bobbles it, scrambles, falls on it at the 10-yard line. Normally, Keegans is there to fair catch. He wanted to try a return and was costly. So Arizona State will have possession of the football at their own 10-yard line. That kick, 38 yards. The return is a -6 yards for Scott Keegan from Claremont, California. Academic, all packed in. We'll take a timeout. We have no score here at the Fiesta Bowl. It is Arizona State University nothing, Oklahoma nothing. We'll be back in a moment.
Deacon's my name, and bowling's my game.
Gutter ball, gutter ball. How are you going to score there?
Come on, 3 strikes and you're out.
We just won another round of light beer from Miller.
Yeah, light sure tastes great.
Let's fill it. Tastes great. Wait a minute. There it is, down there. Take your time.
8 ball in the pocket.
Bubba, this ball doesn't have any holes in it. Yeah, it does.
The score's all even.
Glass frame. Who's up?
Rodney.
Rodney! You gotta be a mistake. Hey, you kidding? It's a piece of cake.
All we need is 1 pin, Rodney.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
I didn't get my turn yet. I'm gonna break this tie.
This 1983 Fiesta Bowl is being brought to you by Toyota, who remind you that it's a good feeling to buckle up for safety. By light beer from Miller, everything you've always wanted in a beer and less. By IBM, we're dedicated to the office where it is now, where it will be. And by Foamy, the shave cream that's more than thick and rich enough for a clean, close shave. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson, Fiesta Bowl. We start the new year on NBC. Stay with us. We'll be followed by the Rose Bowl, then the Orange Bowl. No score between Arizona State and Oklahoma. The Sun Devils from their own 10-yard line. Right side, Alvin Moore, the senior from Randolph, Arizona, picks up about 3. It'll be second down and 7 as Darrell Goodlow, defensive left end, makes the tackle. He's from Maplewood, Missouri.
We talked about the great defensive unit of Arizona State. Let's not forget about Oklahoma. They also have a fine defensive unit. That charge was led by that man, number 80, Rick Bryan, a junior.
The running backs are now Darryl Clack and Tex Wright. Hunts to throw. Chased out of the pocket. He's got room to run to the 15. He's to the 20, the 25, out of bounds, at about the 29-yard line. He'll pick up 16 yards on the play, and Thomas Benson of the Sooners was the man who was chasing him.
Big play for Arizona State that got him out of the hole down there by their goal line. You see that the defensive line of Oklahoma got caught inside. There's nobody outside. Linebackers there gone. He picks up as much yardage as he can, gets out of bounds, and preserves his health for another play. Todd Hahn.
To throw on first down for the 29. It is incomplete. At the 38-yard line, Ron Wetzel, the tight end. The intended receiver, Thomas Benson, had the coverage, so it'll be second down and 10 for the Sun Devils at their own 29-yard line.
Charlie, I think we're getting an idea to see what Arizona feels that they can do against Oklahoma. I think they feel they have to throw the ball in order to be successful and win this football game. They know that they can't just go after Oklahoma on the ground running with the football and survive. They've got to throw it.
The 16-yard run by the quarterback, Todd Hahn's the longest in his career that you saw just a moment ago. He turns, spins, hands off to Darryl Clack. And Clack is dropped for a loss. You haven't heard a lot about Darryl Clack. He's from Fountain, Colorado, a 9'6 speedster. He is a freshman, number 42. They say he's the answer to Dupree. And this is the Dupree cam from above.
Up above and up above, down below, whatever you want to say. The defensive line of Oklahoma got great penetration. They got the back in the backfield and dropped him for a loss.
So it'll be third down and 12. Alvin Moore and Tex Wright are now the running backs. As Clack and Moore, they will alternate for Arizona State as their messenger service. Passing formation, Hans to throw. Has it. High, knocked down, incomplete. It's actually knocked down by Doug Allen, his own man, who was trying to pull it in. Jackie Schiff was there for the defense in third down conversions. Arizona State 0 for 2. Oklahoma 1 of 2. But that means that Mike Black, the 9th-ranked kicker in the collegiate ranks with a 44.3-yard average, will be coming in. Marcus Dupree will be the deep back on the return. That is the normal set with Scott Case as the up back. But this time it is going to be Case as the deep back. And Steve Hayworth is the up back. Fair catch is taken at the 26-yard line by Scott Case. And so the Sooners will take over on their own 26-yard line following that kick of 46 yards with no return. We've got a timeout. We have no score at the Fiesta Bowl. We'll be back in a moment.
Introducing the totally new 1983 Toyota Tercel. Its front-wheel drive is only the tip of the iceberg. This Tercel is the lowest-priced Toyota you can buy. It has more room than any other subcompact and gives you more mileage than ever before. The new Toyota Tercel. It's a new standard in front-wheel drive, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Tercel!
Why do 100,000-mile flyers choose United?
Many of the answers are here on United's remarkable new 767. Over 100 computers help monitor systems, from air conditioning to weather over the route ahead. There's more overhead storage. Twin aisles and roomier coach seats make it more comfortable. As a director of United, I think the 767 is good business. It's a business flyer. You'll think so, too.
People who fly for a living fly United's friendly skies.
Only on the Super Bowl Network will the Jets be looking past the Chiefs. Are the Bengals once again bowl-bound? And can Allen and his Raiders outscore the potent San Diego Chargers? Find out what teams are headed for a showdown with greatness. Only on NFL 82.
Offensive change for the Oklahoma Sooners at center. Chuck Thomas, who was second team all Big 8. That could be first team everyplace else. He was second team to Dave Remington. Has a hamstring. Probably out for the game. Paul Ferrer, his backup, has replaced him. Marcus Dupree from the 27-yard line to the 29. A gain of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Mike Richardson, the free safety, two-time All-America for the Sun Devils, is there to stop him.
Talking about Arizona State, what they felt they had to do to win. There's no secret about Oklahoma and what they are going to do. They are going to run with the football.
Let me make a correction. That was Stanley Wilson, the ball carrier. This is Willie Gittens, number 44, the all-purpose back for Arizona State. We'll see him some at tailback. On the option, Kelly Phelps. Front for a lot. 26-yard line, loss of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Jim Jeffcoat, defensive left end there. And again, we want to point out this tremendous defense, number 1 in the nation, and we've seen why.
Oh, split T formation that Oklahoma has made famous. They haven't run it that well, plus the addition of Marcus Dupree. They've gone more to the I formation. I think what they want to do, they want to use it against Arizona State because Arizona State has not seen it this year.
Phelps around the corner, in the pitch, and out of bounds. Dupree saw some real estate, but he ran out of sideline, and Mike Richardson was there covering for the Sun Devils. Now, prior to that play, Oklahoma, the number 2 rushing team in the nation, a total of only 18 yards in 8 carries.
Outstanding move by the quarterback, Phelps, just as he's going to get hit, gets the ball out to Dupree, and that is your basic wishbone type of offense. And you get that man outside, and if he gets any room up the sidelines, he is going to be gone.
The line of scrimmage now the 39-yard line, and it is a 1st down. The Sooners scoring on 1st and 2nd possession in 9 of 11 games, 5 times on the 1st possession this year. Marcus Dupree, 6 carries, 26 yards. His long gain, 12 yards. 1st down, Oklahoma, their own 39-yard line. No score in the ball game. Dupree, opposite side, breaks it to the 40, 30, 10, stopped at the 5-yard line. Unbelievable.
26 yards prior to that run, but you get him in the secondary and it's all gone. Number 93, the outstanding defensive lineman, Jeffcoat, is ridden to the inside. 22 gets into the secondary. When that happens, you can see what he's capable of doing. The great speed, 9'5", 100-yard type of runner. Marcus Dupree takes it to the 5-yard line, and the Oklahoma Sooners are threatening.
A gain of 56 yards. Dupree now has 83 yards. He needs only 12 more to reach 1,000 on the year. High pitch, he fumbles it out of bounds. He'll still pick up a couple of yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down, goal to go.
Charlie, I think if he hadn't bobbled that ball, he would have gotten into the end zone.
He is going for his 5th 100-yard game of the season.
And I think the amazing thing about this young man, as you take a look at him, he didn't find the handle. He got a good block by his wide receiver, Steve Sewell, downfield. If he'd have got his hands on it, he would have scored. He's only 18 years old, out of Philadelphia, Mississippi, and he has a lot to learn about the game, and when he does learn more, he's going to be devastating.
Weighing in at 235 pounds. Has a couple of yards to the 1-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal to go. Mike Langston leading the Arizona defense. A look from above.
This is called the Dupree angle. You can see looking straight down on the play. Outstanding play by Arizona State, converging on Dupree.
And you can see a Dwayne Galloway angle as he came in from defensive corner. Just outside the 1-yard line. Sooners taking a lot of time.
Now they have 15 seconds on the clock.
Wilson. The celebration may be premature. I believe the knee down before he went into the end zone. They will mark it about a half-yard away. We'll take a look. 4th down coming up.
Straight ahead. Wilson goes up. He is hit.
And the knee goes down right there. That is the call. Mike Richardson there for the defense.
Take another look at it, Charlie.
All right.
I don't see the knee go
down. The knee did not go down. You're right. to a premature call by the officials. Here's another chance. Touchdown. This time the ball broke the play. It was Stanley Wilson with the score. The drive started back at the Oklahoma 27-yard line to a drive of 73 yards in 8 plays.
Here it is, up and over. He only needed about a foot or half a yard. And Arizona State defense really converged on him. I saw a flag flying about 20 yards on the sideline over by the Oklahoma side on the 20-yard line.
Now there's Marcus Dupree, 30-yard line, far sideline that they're working on administering to him. We'll get a report on that. For the extra point attempt upcoming by Michael Keeling. Keeling again handling all of the kicking chores. Barefoot with the extra point attempt. And he puts the shoe on to punt. Dupree thus far 9 carries at 87 yards. Stanley Wilson 4 carries for 8 yards, the touchdown. For the Oklahoma team, 14 carries, 92 yards. The drive, 73 yards in 8 plays. It took 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Officials timeout.
I saw a flag flying over there about the 20-yard line.
Reiterating that it is a touchdown. Bill Parkinson, the referee. The officiating crew from the Major Independent Collegiate Athletic Association. Emil Narek is the commissioner. And again, Marcus Dupree, far sideline. Kelly Phelps to hold. And it is good. So the score, Oklahoma 7 and Arizona State nothing. On that 73-yard drive, the key play, Marcus Dupree of 56 yards.
Here is the touchdown. Wilson up and over. He gets in. Oklahoma leading by 7. We'll be back in just a minute.
To the south entrance of the activity.
If your boss said you could pick any new typewriter, what would you choose?
IBM. IBM.
IBM.
IBM.
Every year, there are more and more typewriters to choose from. But which one is still preferred most?
IBM.
If you could have anything you want right on your desk, what would you choose?
A raise.
You don't have to put up with hotel excuses like the maid, the TV man, or the plumber is gone for the day. Because Holiday Inn gives you this no excuses guarantee. Everything in your room will be right, or we'll make it right. No excuses. Or that night, you stay free. You don't get this guarantee from any other hotel chain. Not one. So, let us take care of you. Holiday Inn gives you a guarantee, not excuses.
The report is Marcus Dupree had the wind knocked out of him on the fumble. We'll take another look, Len.
Well, it was the pitch out. He didn't find the handle on the football. Probably looking at it. There was a touchdown right there had he been able to hold on the ball. He just fell on his stomach. No one hit him. Still hurts, though.
It does.
Unfortunately for Oklahoma, I'm sure he's going to be back.
Ike Keeling kicking on with Clack and Cade, the deep back. Taken by number 42, Darrell Clack, the freshman. And he is ridden down at about the 24, the 25-yard line by Jerry Sanders of Oklahoma, the recipient of the first Don Key Award for the Sooners. In honor of Don Key, a football player at the University of Oklahoma, had a football injury to his kidneys. When they went in to do the repair work, they found that it was malignant. It was removed, and that is what saved his life. So it was a football injury that actually saved his life. That is the award. And here's Dupree. They're working on him on the far side as Arizona State goes to work at their own 24-yard line, first down. is off to Alvin Moore. Moore, the senior. 30-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. Jackie Shep was the first man to get there for Oklahoma. And first downs, Oklahoma has 3 all rushing. Arizona State has 1 also rushing.
Well, I might add that number 42 coming into the backfield, Darryl Clack, is a freshman. Arizona State will send in the plays by their tailbacks. They will alternate them on every play. We talked about Marcus Dupree. We're going to get to take a look at number 42, freshman Darryl Clack. He is also outstanding.
Play action. On throws. Knocked out of the hands of Ron Wetzel. Wetzel had it, and then he was mad. Scott Case was there. Oh, he unloaded on him. Third down and 4.
Arizona State is feeling pressure from that defensive front. Number 39 is Murphy coming in, putting pressure on the quarterback. He wants to get rid of the ball right now because that number 39 Murphy is in his face. It's a good thing, Charlie, that Wetzel's a large man because he was really leveled that time by Case.
Wetzel at 6'7", 238 pounds. Hans throwing now 1 of 5. Third down 4. Gives his time to Alvin Moore. And Moore picks up the first down. You'll see the Sun Devils with a more versatile offense than the Sooners, but the Sooners staying primarily on the ground. They are awesome in that department.
Take a look from behind the ball carrier. Moore, number 9, gets the corner turn, gets upfield, and gets the first down.
For Arizona State, on third down conversions, now that is their 2nd of 4. Oklahoma likewise has 2 of 4 third down conversions. Moore rushing, 4 carries, 18 yards. Darryl Clack.
Ball popped loose.
The ball was blown dead at the 40-yard line. Clack carrying a gain of 3, second down 7. And Rick Bryant, All-America defensive tackle, was there.
Marcus Dupree on the sideline. Could be more than just a wind knock.
I was wondering the same thing. And of course, if it is, we'll have an immediate report on that.
He's going to the locker room.
Now for Arizona State, Alvin Moore and Tex Wright are the running backs. 2nd and 7, Hans to throw. Has pressure, and he is sacked at the 31-yard line by Mike Weddington. A loss of 9. It'll be third down, 60.
Best pass defense in the world. Getting to that quarterback. The defensive line of Oklahoma is applying a lot of pressure on Todd Hans. Here we are. Number 80 is Rick Bryant. 88, Weddington. Weddington's going to shed his blocker, come in, and make the stop. Putting Arizona State in third in a very, very long situation.
Change at offensive guard. Jim Hahn is in that offensive set for the Sun Devils. Pass is complete to the 50-yard line. There's a flag down on the play. It was Jerome Weatherspoon on the receiving end. It will be holding against the Sun Devils. So we will put the eraser to the play. Dwight Drain made the defensive stop for the Sooners, but a tough penalty against the Sun Devils.
And that was an excellent play by Arizona State. Hans going back. He has time to step up and throw the ball. Weatherspoon made a nice move, and right in the zone between 3 of the Oklahoma defensive players. Good throw. Unfortunately, it's going to go back because of a holding call.
The penalty takes the ball to the 21-yard line.
Charlie, I think both teams, possess great team speed.
Offense.
It'll be third down and 26, and you're right. There is a lot of speed here today.
World-class speed, yes, on both sides. The object is to get them in the open, let them display that.
Speaking of world-class speed, Ron Brown, number 30, the wide receiver for the Sun Devils. 100 meters at 10.15, National Indoor Sprint Champion. Third and 26. He'll go long. They'll pick him up. With pressure, a screen pass incomplete. Going to Tex Wright. Tom Flemons, the nose guard, was there for Oklahoma. It'll be fourth down.
They're simply applying a lot of pressure on the quarterback of Arizona State. 93 Flemons, the nose guard, is in there. He gets rid of the ball way before he wants to. They're in a punting situation. Oklahoma's going to get that football back. should be in great field position, too.
Black's average, 38.5 yards. Scott Case is the deep back on the return. Steve Hayworth is the up back. Takes an Oklahoma bounce, goes out at the Oklahoma 43-yard line. So the Sooners have possession at their own 43-yard line. Good field position. A kick of only 36 yards. Oklahoma has the lead. 7-0. Stay with us. We'll be back at the Fiesta Bowl.
We have no choice. He can't turn back. Raid target has 039. Under control. Approaching nearest way to go.
Checking West Canyon.
Good call. Fuel critical, sir.
Choppers at 3 o'clock. Roger, I copy.
I was told he's still at the website. No, he'll decide that. Fuel critical, sir. He knows that.
So he's opting for the East Canyon.
Negative. That's a trap.
River Raid to home sweet home. It's heading for
River
the
Raid.
area.
Can you make it? River Raid, can you make it?
You copy.
Only a game. River Raid for the Atari Video Computer System. Designed by Carol Shaw for Activision.
An Old Spice man always gets a warm welcome wherever he lands. Because Old Spice is the clean, fresh, masculine scent so many women love. So even if you love only one woman, you'll love Old Spice. The men's scent so many women love.
21 first-team All-Americans: Carter, Remington, Ramsey, Dickerson, Maxwell, Marino. College football's premier all-star game, the Hula Bowl Classic, only on NBC Sports.
Happy New Year, everybody, from the Fiesta Bowl. Stay with us all day on NBC. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the Fiesta Bowl. Then we'll be going to the Rose Bowl, Michigan and UCLA, and then the spectacular Orange Bowl, Nebraska and LSU. So it is January the 1st. That means spend it with NBC.
Might add, too, that at the Rose Bowl, Merlin Olsen,
who's the Grand Marshal of the Tournament Roses Parade.
That's right.
Total yardage thus far: Oklahoma 93 all rushing, Arizona State 42 yards, 34 yards rushing. Now, Fred Sims has replaced Dupree. Oklahoma's going to throw. They go long. And they go incomplete. Steve Sewell is the intended receiver. Mario Montgomery. The reason that we say that is the Sooners do not have a passing attack. And even Barry Switzer, the head coach at the luncheon, commented, when he makes fun of the passing attack and a quarterback throws only 36%, then you know it really does not fit into their plan.
I thought they were in trouble passing when they asked me if I was still had any eligibility left. One thing we found out there anyway is Phelps can throw the ball long.
He certainly can.
They have about two patterns. One, they'll go long, hoping to get man-to-man coverage. The other, they'll throw a hook pass.
Number 32, Steve Wilson. Now they go back from the eye. They show the wishbone. One of the reasons is that Arizona State has not defensed the wishbone. Fred Moyer, Paul Moyer, the strong safety for the Sun Devils, making the tackle because Arizona State in the Pac-10 more of a passing conference than a running conference, such as the Big 8 that the Sooners play in.
Arizona State is a team that likes to blitz. They like to come with a lot of people, but that's good against a passing attack because you're going after the quarterback, but against the wishbone and a running type of offense is not a good idea.
Third down and a yard. Stanley Wilson getting the call again. Close to the first down. Jim Jeffcoat was there. He needed a yard. He may have got it. Wilson, 6 carries, 18 yards. Wilson from Carson, California.
And number 99.
Here it is, down in the pits where everything takes place. Not much movement. They're going to bring the chains out. Take a look and see if he did make the first down. He did not.
He did not. It'll be 4th down and inches at the Arizona State 47-yard line. Scott Keegan of the Sun Devils anticipating the kick as Michael Keeling comes in.
That was a big play for Arizona State.
Now,
get that ball back.
With the offensive set, though, they can go for a fake. They need only about 4 inches.
I don't believe they will at this stage of the game.
Pressure is on and is blocked. Sun Devils with great field position.
Here you see it. They're all coming after it. 25, All-American Mike Richardson makes the block. No one touched it. He knifed through there. Missed assignment up front. They did not block him.
And Arizona State will have the football at the Oklahoma 39-yard line. When we come back, Oklahoma leads 7-0. Don't go away.
I'm Pete Rose, and I'm convinced Grecian Formula helps me play younger. Yeah, play younger. When I started getting gray, I felt sort of out of shape. Gray hair can sure change how a guy feels about himself. So I got some Grecian, real easy to use, and in a couple of weeks, no more gray.
Grecian Formula. It does away with as much gray as you want, some of it or all of it. And the change is so gradual and so natural looking, no one notices.
Feeling in shape is important. Get rid of your gray with Grecian Formula. You'll play younger, too.
Toyota's been the #1 selling import truck for 5 years. The 1983 Toyota Standard Bed aims to make it 6. With the biggest standard engine in its class, a 1,400-pound payload, a better warranty than ever. And this, last year's sticker price, just $59.98. How does that feel?
Like somebody did it right.
Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
It's the bloopers that started it all.
Sure wish I could remember the rest of it.
Hollywood's biggest shows and hottest stars are exposed on Dick Clark's Original Bloopers Tuesday.
Mike Richardson, two-time All-American, first team. First time that a Sooner punt has been blocked this year. Well, of course, this year. Let's say this season. This is January the 1st, 83. Alvin Moore, Tex Wright. The running backs, 39-yard line of Oklahoma, and jumping is Tom Flemons. Flemons, the nose guard for the Oklahoma Sooners. He's in replacing John Blake. Mike Weddington is in for Kevin Murphy. Illegal procedure. A change in that offensive line as Mike White is out at quick tackle. Scott Mazer has replaced him. So it is Mazer, Hahn, Shook, Sowers, and Keaton, the offensive line. 34-yard line, first down and 5 in Oklahoma territory. ASU a chance to tie it up. Alvin Moore and Tex Wright, the running back. Quick out, far side. A flag will go down. Doug Allen, the intended receiver, never turned around, but Scott Case hit him anyway.
You know, in college football, as opposed to professional football, you can chuck a man all over the field as long as you keep him in front of him and as long as the ball is not in the air. That time the ball was in the air. The Oklahoma defensive man, Scott Case, hit the receiver and the flag went down.
But the ironic thing is that the receiver had not turned around.
Had Scott Case been looking and gone after the ball, he might have been still running down the other way with a touchdown.
So spot the ball at the 26-yard line. On snap, 2 completions, 2 out of 7 for 16 yards. Not too impressive. First down and 10. Oklahoma leads 7-0. Penalties are even at 10 yards on each side of the line. Hans to Darryl Clark. Clark just inside the 24. You'll get a couple. It'll be second down and 8. Thomas Benson, the first man there for the defense, and Darryl Goodlow, the second man for Oklahoma.
Not much on that play. Number 85 is the tight end, Scott Wetzel. Rushing aside, going after the linebacker downfield, does not get in good position to make the block. He has been hampered with a knee problem. But he is an outstanding tight end, and they like to go to him in passing situation.
On the throw, set fires, it's complete. Ron Wetzel, the tight end. Benson with the tackle. They'll mark it at the 14-yard line. It will be a first down. Wetzel on the season, 26 receptions for 341 yards, an average of just over 13.
The linebacker, Thomas Benson, is trying to cover him. He's just going down, turning around, finding the open area, and making the reception. Arizona State likes to go to this man, and well, they should. 6 feet 7 inches tall. He makes a very nice target for that quarterback.
The senior from Pittsburgh had that knee injury in the 10th game of the regular season. And whistle sound before the play can get off. May have a 25-second violation. No. we have the end of the quarter. That's what it is. So we have the first quarter in the books at the Fiesta Bowl. Remember today, the Fiesta, the Rose and the Orange here at NBC. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. It is Oklahoma 7 and Arizona State threatening. Stay with us.
Before I ride my racing CDs, I get CDs for my Wheaties.
Before I get in the driver's seat,
he gets the Wheaties for his Wheaties.
The Eaties for Wheaties, that undeniable, irresistible urge for the crispy, crunchy, whole wheat taste of the breakfast of champions.
Before I kick with my bare feeties, I get the Eaties for my Wheaties.
Part of your good breakfast. Right now, the one thing you want most is an opportunity.
All that you can be. Oh, yeah. Keep on reaching. Keep on growing. Be all that you can be. You can do it in the Army. Be all that you
The airline that doesn't plan for the future may not have one. 5 years ago, Eastern saw the future in a remarkable aircraft. Now it's here. The new Boeing 757, the most advanced, most fuel-efficient commercial jet ever built. It's going to help Eastern hold down the cost of flying for years to come.
We earn our wings for you, that's why we're Eastern, America's favorite way of life.
On behalf of the Arizona State Sun Devils, we'd like to wish you all a Happy New Year.
Way to go, Sun Devils. All of us at NBC would like to echo that. Time of possession almost even in the first period of play as you look at the statistics at the 14-yard line of Oklahoma. First down. Darryl Clack and Tex Wright are the running backs. Hans, the quarterback. Darryl Clack. He may lose a yard. The nose guard, John Blake, was there. They'll mark it at the 15. It'll be second down and 11. A report on Marcus Dupree. Rib injuries that when he fell. And they are going to x-ray. And they think that it may be okay. They're going to tape him up and see how he feels. So we don't know as of yet whether or not he will return.
He does not return. That's a big loss for Oklahoma.
Second and 11. Hans to throw. Has all the time in the world. And the rule of the pass incomplete to Wright. He had it in his hands and he bounced it one time. Jerry Sanders, strong side linebacker, was there for the Sooners. It will be third down and 11 at the Oklahoma 15-yard line.
Here he is. A lot of time to throw the football. He doesn't find anybody open. Gets rid of the ball. And I noticed after the play he was going over to Wright, explaining to him that he wanted to go in another place. Perhaps a busted assignment. Timeout now for Arizona State.
But we are looking at the matchup that may decide the ballgame. We talk about the offense of the Sooners against the defense of Arizona State. Now the Sooners offense is crippled in one respect without Marcus Dupree. Could well be the offense of Arizona State that is a little more versatile than Oklahoma against the Sooners defense, which is a good defense.
And Oklahoma has had problems this year defending against the pass. Teams have been able to throw against it.
John Hans, the quarterback for Arizona State, has thrown for 2,009 yards, 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Ironically, his first completion was to himself. What happened was Sandy Olszewski, who was the starting quarterback, injured in the first play of the second quarter of the first game against Oregon. And then Hans came in. Now, this is his first appearance as a major college quarterback. The pass was deflected by an Oregon lineman. Hans had the reception, and he lost 2 yards on it.
He'll learn not to receive them anymore. He'll bat it down. It's embarrassing. Your first pass,
Yes,
right to throw it, gets knocked right back in your face.
But it is a completion, though. That's the good news is the completion. The bad news, it was to yourself. Third down and 11 at the 15-yard line of Oklahoma. With Clack and Wright, the running backs. They're split. Motion, Weatherspoon, far side. On, blitz is on. He's in trouble. He throws. It is over the head of Ron Wetzel. Gerald Lowell had the blitz on coming from the secondary. And Luis Zendejas will come in with a field goal attempt upcoming. Zendejas, 21 of 28 field goals, as long as 55. From Chino, California, only a sophomore, one of the fine kickers in the country from the 22-yard line. An attempt of 32 yards. Mike Black, the punter, holding. It is up. And it is good. So Arizona State is on the scoreboard as Zendejas hits from 32 yards away. The score, Oklahoma 7, the Sun Devils 3. We'll be back with the kickoff.
You know, there's nothing like getting together for a nice, friendly game of cards. That's right. Jim brings the cards. Uh-oh. Mickey brings the doll.
Thanks, doll.
And I bring the beer. Light beer from Miller. Light tastes great. It's got a third less calories than the regular beer. And it's less filling. And you don't want to get filled up when you're dealing with these guys who... Okay, Numa, cut the cards. Oh, no.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
You're on the starting line of one of the world's most grueling tests of endurance, the New York City Marathon. Today, the starting line for a new kind of office copier. Introducing the Xerox 1075, a copier built not just to run, but built to shatter every existing endurance record. The Xerox 1075, first of the marathon copiers.
The oldest and most prestigious of all bowl games. Quarterback Tom Ramsey leads the UCLA Bruins against Carter and Company from Michigan. Join Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen for the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, a New Year's tradition on NBC Sports.
We're back at the Fiesta Bowl. This is Charlie Jones along with Lynn Dawson. We have 14 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the first half. Oklahoma leads 7-3. Luis Zendejas just kicking a 32-yard field goal.
Charlie, I might bring up something. Now, you see him getting used to that football. They are using two different types of footballs in this game. Now, Arizona State has their ball. Oklahoma has theirs. Darryl Rogers.
He's got his football.
But whenever you get possession of the football, you can have your own ball in there.
All right, Stanley Wilson, number 32, Steve Sewell, number 13, set for the return of the kickoff. This will be down in the end zone as Stanley Wilson started out and then was reminded he had 20 yards to go.
Good move on his part.
And so Oklahoma will move from their own 20-yard line first down. Now the Sooners lead by 4, 7-3. But in case you join us late, Marcus Dupree, a rib injury. It is questionable whether or not he will return. They're going to tape him up and see if he can return to the ball game. So now the Sooners really have their work cut out for them. However, they have excellent running backs with Stanley Wilson, Fred Sims, and Weldon Ledbetter. Dupree, 87 yards and 9 carries. Now, that's an average of 9.6 yards in this game. His long gainer, 56 yards. Inside handoff to Fred Sims. A gain of a couple to the 22. It'll be second down and 8. Vernon Maxwell, the linebacker, was there for the defense.
Arizona State, good penetration by that defensive line. When you're meeting that back a yard or two yards deep in the backfield, you're shutting off the running game.
Sims likes to run in the desert. He's from Tucson, about an hour's drive from here.
Might point out to the folks too that Arizona State, they generally play their games in the evening. This is something new for them.
Wilson, the fullback, across the 25-yard line where Dwayne Galloway meets him, along with Mike Richardson.
Ground level shot. Here it is.
No, let me correct it. Sims again. Fred Sims.
Running the ball. Gets into the secondary. I just mentioned before, the way to stop it is to hit it before it gets to the line of scrimmage. Once they get to the line of scrimmage, the great quickness of the backs for Oklahoma, they're going to pick up good yardage.
Wilson in motion. On the option. Good defensive anticipation by Jim Jeffco. As Phelps is dropped for a loss.
Number 93, Jim Jeffcoat. Arizona State feels that this fine defensive lineman could be a #1 draft choice in the National Football League, and I was just talking about getting penetration. That is a good example of it. 93, Jim Jeffcoat.
Loss of 4, 4th and 8. Michael Keating will be kicking his second kick, 38 yards on his first kick of the Fiesta Bowl. Scott Keegan set for the return.
Last time they blocked the punt.
Keegan fields it at the 35. And he has 4 yards on the return to the 39-yard line. So the Arizona State offense will move on. A 53-yard kick by Michael Keating. Markers down on the play. So we'll have to check out the flags.
Tackled by number 46, Darrell Goodlow.
Doing a run back, flipping on the kick return team.
So the penalty against Arizona State, their head coach, Darrell Rogers. The record of Arizona State 9-2 on the year. The Sooners record 8-3.
Darrell Rogers has done a great job. Last year they were the #1 offensive team in the nation. This year they're the #1 defensive team in the nation.
As they step off the penalty, we'll step aside with a timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
Gurney and his Toyota Supra challenged Pikes Peak. This road has been challenging cars since 1916.
And sometimes it wins.
The Peak has curves that challenge Supra's independent suspension and rack and pinion steering.
Hope the road better than some race cars.
Inclines push the Supra's electronically fuel-injected twin-cam 6, the 1983 Toyota Celica Supra. It takes the right stuff to challenge the Peak.
And this is the right stuff.
The Denerex Dandruff Shampoo difference.
This side tingles. Well, this other side here doesn't tingle at all.
Look what you used.
I'm very surprised. Denerex.
Each shampoo has one medicine for dandruff. Only Denerex adds extra anti-itch medicine many dermatologists recommend.
The tingle tells me that the medicine in Denerex is fighting my dandruff itch. No more Head and Shoulders. I'm going to switch to Denerex.
Denerex Shampoo or Shampoo and Conditioner fights dandruff and its itch with an extra relief medicine.
12 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the first half of the Fiesta Bowl. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. Oklahoma leading Arizona State 7-3. Sooners scoring first. Stanley Wilson from a half-yard out on a 73-yard drive in 8 plays. And then for ASU, Luis Centejas a 32-yard field goal to make it 7-3. That's the scoring, but the story is that Marcus Dupree out with a rib injury. May return, may not return. We don't know yet. Arizona State on offense from their own 23-yard line, first down. Hans fires quick out. Pass is complete, far side. It is Jerome Weatherspoon with the reception. Dwight Drain makes the tackle. And that's the kind of excitement that you will be seeing all day today on NBC. Here at the Fiesta Bowl, the matchup, the defense of Arizona State, #1 in the nation. The Sooners offense. We'll be moving on then to the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all. Michigan going against UCLA. Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen are there. And from that stage, we will move to Miami, the Orange Bowl, Nebraska, and LSU, and the pageantry of the football in the Orange Bowl. So sit back and relax and spend the afternoon with us, as later today also we'll be naming our most valuable player here at the Fiesta Bowl from each team. First down following the 10-yard game, way overthrown. Ron Wetzel, the intended receiver. It'll be second down and 10 as Keith Stanberry and Steve Hayworth had the defensive coverage, and they couldn't get to the football. Lynn?
It's a good thing he threw it that far because it was going to be intercepted. Now you have to have protection to throw the football. Taking a look at the offensive line of Arizona State, 79 Mazur just getting pushed right back in the face of the quarterback. That's the thing you can't permit to happen. You have to stop the charge of that defensive lineman.
Todd Hans passing on about a par with the quarterback of Oklahoma, Kelly Phelps. 3 of 10 is 30%, only 28 yards. He puts it in the air again. Far side. This one is pulled down. 1 foot inbounds. No. Doug Allen, the intended receiver. Dwight Drain had the defensive coverage.
Oklahoma has been putting pressure on Todd Hans, the quarterback of Arizona State. Here you're looking at it once again. 93 is Tom Clemens. He's coming in. He's going to get a shot at that quarterback. Believe me, that hurts. He's getting rid of the ball before he wants to. That time the ball took off on him, was high, and the receiver was unable to catch the ball and stay in bounds.
Clemens, number 93 from Altus, Oklahoma State, high school heavyweight wrestling champion for 3 years. Hans again with pressure. Throws. This time it's complete. This is a speech for Ron Brown. On the receiving end from Baldwin Park, California, Hans was really decked. He is slow getting up, but he's all right. Dwight Rain with the tackle.
An excellent throw by Todd Hans because he got hit just as he got rid of the football. 23-yard pass, a first down. You're going to see it. This is, I think, 3 times in a row. He's thrown the ball 3 times in a row. He has been decked by that Oklahoma defense. The name of the game is protecting the quarterback. Excellent throw right there. And if this man happened to get free on the sidelines, you could forget it. He runs 100 yards in about 9.2 seconds.
World-class sprinter. First down, Oklahoma 43-yard line. Counter Alvin Moore. And the Sun Devils are on a roll to the 32-yard line. Gain of 11. Back-to-back first down. Kevin Murphy with the tackle. Mike White back in that offensive line for the Sun Devils. A gain of 11.
From behind, this is a draw play. He's been getting a lot of pressure from that defensive line. One way to combat that is to run the draw play, which makes the defensive lineman take a look at the back before they really level on the quarterback. Alvin Moore, number 9.
With 5 carries and a total of 29 yards rushing, 32-yard line of Oklahoma. First down. Oklahoma leads 7-3. Here's Darryl Clack, and the defense awaits him. Keith Stanbury, strong safety, reading the play. He's from Mount Pleasant, Texas, and a second-team All-Big 8 selection.
We're talking about Arizona State as #1 defensive team in the nation. Well, Oklahoma has been getting great penetration. That was a fine play by that safety man, Keith Stanbury.
A loss of 5. It'll be second down 15 at the Oklahoma 37-yard line. Hans to throw. This one sails high over Alvin Moore's head. So it'll be third down and 15. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson here at the Fiesta Bowl, the 12th Fiesta Bowl. The first meeting of Arizona State and Oklahoma. The Sooners lead at 7-3. But in first downs, ASU leads Oklahoma 7-3. It is that kind of a ball game with Stanley Wilson scoring from a half-yard out for the Sooners. And then Luis Zendejas of Arizona State, a 32-yard field goal. The report on Marcus Dupree, he has a rib injury. We do not know if he'll be back in the ball game. Third down 15. Hans is sandwiched at the 39-yard line. His receiver fell down. Tom Flemings and Bob Slater were falling on Todd Hans at about the same time. We'll take another look.
Doug Allen is number 82, going downfield, trying to make a move. He makes the move, but unfortunately his feet get away from him. Unfortunately for Arizona State, that was one time when the quarterback had time to throw the football, but the receiver fell down.
Now, Marcus Dupree has just come out of the locker room and is on the far side, has his jersey on. He may be back in action. Scott Case is set to return the kick of Mike Black. He goes to the opposite side, trying to draw the defenders. It goes out at about a half-yard away from the end line as Ardell Scott was down very quickly for Arizona State. Here it is.
Talk about Black as a kicker. One of the things he does very, very well is kick it out of bounds. He did it that time. We'll be back in just a moment.
Some places have so many specialties, nothing special.
I want to go home.
Which is the fish and which is the chicken?
They look the same.
Hold it up to my eyes, I can't tell. Enjoy your meal.
At Kentucky Fried Chicken,
Enjoy your meal.
we don't try to do everything. We concentrate on chicken made the Colonel's special way and cooked up fresh all through the day.
Now this is special.
No doubt about it.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
Come on, you guys, hands up. Defense!
It's your broker from Dean Witter.
I want to see you hustle. Some people just aren't easy to please, especially when it comes to their investments.
Josie, we do it.
You look like you just heard from Dean Witter.
At Dean Witter, we can give even the hard-to-please investor something to smile about.
Okay, let's see that defense.
You look You just heard from Dean Witter.
Tuesday, in an all-new comedy special, Robert Guillaume, Sid Caesar, Robert Mitchum, and Cheech and Chong prove it only hurts when you laugh.
Here is a big, big play. Number 17, Ardell Scott, a reserve running back, makes the hit, knocks it out of bounds on the 1-yard line. Oklahoma definitely has their backs to the wall. One thing they have to be concerned about, a penalty in the end zone, a fumble in the end zone, getting tackled in the end zone. I look for them to run that ball straight ahead. Maybe even the quarterback will take the football and go straight ahead.
And like you, I saw the play marked out at about the 1-yard line, but officially they have it just inside the 3. Fred Sims and Weldon Ledbetter are the running backs. There is a fumble in the end zone. It'll be a safety. 2 points for the Sun Devils. Listen to the crowd. Here it is. Jim Jeffcoat, number 93 for the defense.
Trying to operate the wishbone. That is very, very risky when you're down around the goal line, because the one problem that Oklahoma has and has had in the past is fumbles. Operating the wishbone. That time it worked against them. 2 points for Arizona State, and they're going to get the football when we come back in just a moment.
Did you ever notice that just when you think you see the whole picture, the picture changes? Technology from a company called TRW lets us look at our world in fresh ways. Because there's more to everything than meets the eye. Tomorrow is taking shape at a company called TRW.
My American friends introduced me to my favorite beer, light beer from Miller. Now I'm introducing them to my favorite food. With nachos, the best thing about light is it tastes great. Not bad. With enchiladas, the best thing is it's got 1/3 less calories than the regular beer. With burritos, the best thing is it's less filling.
Carlos, what's this?
And with jalapeno peppers, the best thing about light is it's cold.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
This is a case, Brennan, about rich people and dope and murder.
A world premiere movie. O.J. Simpson runs for his life, and cocaine and blue eyes, Sunday.
On behalf of Oklahoma University, we would like to wish you all a Happy New Year.
All right, thank you, Sooners. Now, here's the situation. It's a free kick from the 20-yard line following the safety. Now, safety costs 2 points. A lot of times it can cost you 5 points because the receiving team comes up starting with excellent field position, at least within field goal range. Let's see what happens. Ron Brown and Scott Keegans are the deep backs on the return. Here is Keegans to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Here's the field position down the sidelines and out of bounds. That is exactly what we were talking about. A flag, I believe, is going to go down for a hit out of bounds, and they'll tack yardage onto the play. So a costly safety. Here's another look at Keegan.
You are exactly right, Charlie. Excellent field position after the safety. And I believe they're going to attack, as you said, some additional yards on Oklahoma because of a late hit. It was not that hit. It was later on. Here you're going to see the hit when he is out of bounds. He's knocked out of bounds right there. Now he is about 4 or 5 yards out of bounds, and here comes the kid here.
I believe the call, it may have been on Keeling, but he wasn't there. The next man there was number 15. So we'll take let's look at the end of it.
Yes, it is. It was very, very unnecessary.
Because that's not a late hit. That's the kicker.
That's a legitimate hit right there, but you can see how far out of bounds he is.
All right, but watch
how long he takes.
That's the hit right there. By number 15, are you ready? He is not listed on the roster. I knew it would happen, but that is the late hit on old number 15. So, Arizona State has the football at the 21-yard line of Oklahoma. Marcus Dupree on the sideline. We will know, of course, when Oklahoma moves on offense if he comes back in the ballgame. A career return of 49 yards for Scott Keegan. Arizona State starting 21 yards away. On The pass is complete. A great reception by Jerry Weatherspoon. He had to turn all the way around. A 360-degree turn. The pass over the shoulder to White Gray. 8-yard line, first down.
Not really a great pass, but the thing is, the defensive man had his back to the ball. He had absolutely no idea where it was going. You can see right there that he had no idea where it was going. The receiver did. He turned around, made a fine catch. Inside the 10-yard line, first and goal to go for Arizona State.
Jerome Weatherspoon on the receiving end, a 14-yard play. Regular season, 20 receptions, 362 yards, an average of over 18 yards for Weatherspoon. Darryl Clack, he'll lose a couple of yards to the 10. It'll be second down and goal to go. Thomas Benson, strong side linebacker from Ardmore, Oklahoma, was there.
Charlie, I think you can see why Arizona State has decided to throw the football, because they are not having success running the ball, particularly when they go sideways. Oklahoma is getting good penetration, meeting the backs in the backfield. That time, instead of being on the 8-yard line where they originally started, they're back on the 10.
Running backs Alvin Moore and Tex Wright. From the 10, second down, goal to go. Hunt, quick slant. Bounces off of Scott Case, the defender. Doug Allen, the intended receiver. I believe a misread. He was looking for a cut inside. The receiver went outside.
Well, whatever he's doing, Hans is just going back and throwing the ball regardless of what is happening. He's got to take a look at his man. He hit the defensive back, Scott Case, right in the back.
On 6 completions out of 15.
That's the type of pass you got to get up over and lob it up. The defensive man heads it back to the line of scrimmage, and the offensive man heads it the best shot at catching the football.
Third down, goal to go. Hans has thrown for 66 yards against the Sooner secondary. Now he has pressure, drops this one on underneath the coverage. It's dropped by Dwayne Tex Wright. So it will be fourth down, goal to go at the 10-yard line. And here's the situation. It is Oklahoma 7, Arizona State 5, and Lewiston Dejas is coming in with a field goal attempt. He has hit from 32 yards away in this ball game. He is 1 for 1. His career long is 55 yards. He'll be kicking from the 17, an attempt of 27 yards. Now, the Sooners scored first. Stanley Wilson from a half a yard away. Then Zendejas, the 32-yard field goal. Then they caught Oklahoma in a safety for 2 more. And a flag dropped, and they'll be sorting that out as I'm updating you on just what has happened to this point. It is Oklahoma 7 and ASU 5.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And exactly what we thought would happen is following the safety. Excellent field position.
Foul, encroachment, defense.
Called against Oklahoma. Now we're starting off football on NBC in 1983 with the Fiesta Bowl here. Arizona State University trailing by 2, but a chance here to go out in front of the Oklahoma Sooners. First time these two teams have met. Then we'll be moving on to the Rose Bowl. Michigan and UCLA. Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen will be there. Merlin, the Grand Marshal of the Tournament of Roses Parade. Then to Nebraska and LSU in the Orange Bowl with Don Criqui and John Brody. Kick from the 12-yard line, an attempt of 22 yards. Then Dejas has a perfect day going, and Arizona State leads by 1. 8-7. Don't go away. We've got a good one. We'll be back with a kickoff.
Do you listen when your eyes ask for Visine? Rubbing your eyes can mean they're irritated, tired.
Here, Visine will refresh those eyes.
Blinking your eyes can mean dust and pollution bother them.
Visine will soothe them.
Squinting your eyes from glare can mean minor eye irritation that calls for Visine. Visine soothes, cools, and with tetrahydrozoline gets the red out fast. So listen when your eyes ask for Visine.
When the red's gone, your eyes feel better, and so do you.
Visine gets the red out.
Introducing a dog's best friend. A 1983 Toyota 4x4 with a kind of sure-footed four-wheel drive that gets you almost anywhere, anytime. Its big, powerful 2.4-liter engine has more than enough muscle to make the almost impossible passable. The Toyota 4x4. Somebody did it right.
Oh, what a Toyota!
We are back. with 7:41 left to go in the first half. And Luis Zendejas is kicking off. For the Sooners, Stanley Wilson and Steve Sewell are the deep backs. This one is taken at the 1-yard line by Stanley Wilson. A flag has been dropped. And Wilson is dropped by Marquez. So we'll come back and have to sort out the flag. Marcus Dupree is coming back into the ball game. Good news for Oklahoma.
Charlie, I'm impressed with Hicks, 94, the defensive lineman. He ran that ball carrier down. We were talking about the great speed on both sides. I think that was displayed that time. Number 22, Marcus Dupree. Back in the lineup for Oklahoma. That is good news. The bad news is they were clipping on it. There he is, number 94.
Comes up limping. That's Mark Hicks, the linebacker.
He might have pulled a muscle running after that back. He displayed great speed. Once again, Oklahoma's going to be backed up. The last time they had the football, you recall, they were on about the 3-yard line. Cost them 2 points.
Return, flipping, while the kicking team. So we're going to 28.
Now, let me have your attention for a moment for a quick update. That number 15, that was not listed on the depth chart, is hidden within the Sooners press guide. It is number 15, Philip Shones, a backup split end. And so for all of his friends in Oklahoma, we now know who he is. And that invariably happens when each ball club suits out about 100 ball players.
Well, that's the time he doesn't want to be identified.
That's right. To the 20-yard line, to the 30-yard line, Kelly Phelps, the quarterback. Mike Richardson is the man who makes the stop, and the backs are leading for the Sooners.
Phelps has great speed for a quarterback. You're taking a look at the backs. 22 is Dupree. 32 is Wilson. Good block by Dupree. He's all right. 32, Wilson is out in front, leading the ball carrier. Phelps with 4.5 speed in the 40. Outstanding run. The Sooners are at the 45-yard line, and they are on the move.
Gain of 29 for Kelly Phelps, a senior from Oklahoma City. Here's Dupree. Jumps to the outside. Slips a couple of tackles. Rolls over 2 Sun Devils for an additional 3 yards before Paul Moyer, the strong safety, and Brian Caldwell, the defensive end, stop it.
Charlie, I was talking to the officials prior to the game, and they were talking about this man, Dupree, and they said he runs straight up. When he learns how to lower that shoulder, he's really going to be devastating. He lowered it right here, and you see the results. Arizona State's defensive backs, Paul Moyer, number 4, went flying backwards. Dupree, 235 pounds.
And he already has 95 yards in this game and 1,000 on the season. The fullback, Weldon Ledbetter from St. Louis. He's a senior. He carries. Brian Caldwell is the man who stops him. And you can see the pickup in that Sooner offense with the return of Marcus Dupree.
You certainly can. Dupree is going out of the ball game right now. Plays being sent in by Barry Switzer and the offensive coach, Mike Jones.
Gain of 5 and a first down at the ASU 41-yard line here in the Fiesta Bowl. It is Arizona State University 8 and Oklahoma 7 with Oklahoma on the move. We're in the second quarter. This is Phelps around the corner again and down the sideline. Diving to the 24-yard line, Paul Moyer is the man who finally stopped him. Sooners scoring first, Stanley Wilson with a touchdown. Then it's been all Arizona State. A pair of field goals by Zendejas and a safety, but Kelly Phelps is bringing the Sooners back.
Take a look at number 23 at the right of your sight. You don't see it, but Sims made an outstanding block for the quarterback, chopping down a defensive man for Arizona State. Now that's 2 carries for Phelps. 2 outstanding runs, 2 first downs.
Phelps picking up 15 yards on the last play as Stanley Wilson gets the call. Wilson has 4 yards to the 20-yard line, second down and 6.
Marcus Dupree coming back in the ball game, so apparently he is all right. I'm sure what they're going to do, they're going to spell him. They'll bring in Fred Sims, number 23, alternating with Marcus Dupree, and Sims is an outstanding back also.
Second down and 6 at the Arizona State 20-yard line. First back through with a high handoff is Stanley Wilson. But Wilson has 5 to the 15. It'll be third down and a yard. Mike Langston, the Sun Devils, making the tackle at that point.
Stanley Wilson, number 32, the fullback, really is an outstanding player. And here's a player that has a lot of determination, a lot of drive, as you can see on this ball carrier right there. He's also an outstanding blocker, and he really complements the other running backs, particularly Marcus Dupree for Oklahoma. Marcus Dupree gets a lot of the yardage net, but this man right there, Stanley Wilson, makes that offense go in the backfield.
Wilson, 8 carries, 26 yards thus far. And it is Wilson again. And that is tough yardage. Has the first down near the 11-yard line. Vernon Maxwell, the All-America, stops him.
Here it is, the fullback, number 32, Stanley Wilson. He's running with his head up. He knows to get his head down when 54 Maxwell comes in, though, but he's the workhorse right now. Fourth down situation for Oklahoma.
First down. Excuse me, fourth down. No, it's got to be a first down. The marker was wrong. We were right. Okay. On the pitch, Chet Winters, the senior from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Maxwell there for the defense. The first down at the 12-yard line where this play started. And they will place the ball again at the 12-yard line. So it'll be no gain, second down and 10. In rushing for Oklahoma, Dupree 95 yards, Wilson 29 yards, and Phelps, the quarterback, 37 yards.
37 yards on 2 carries, I believe.
That's right. Second down and 10. On the option, Dupree diving to the 2-yard line. This will be close to a first down. Brian Caldwell making the tackle. Marcus Dupree, during the regular season, 4 100-yard games, had 166 yards against Missouri.
I think you just saw number 32, Wilson, making a fine block. I had mentioned that he really makes that offense go as far as the backs are concerned. Here it is. 32 makes a block. The pitch is an excellent one just as he gets hit. Now here's a 235-pound load. Marcus Dupree getting it down. Is it? I believe it's maybe just short of the first down.
So it'll be third down and inches. Dupree now in this ball game, the 12th Fiesta Bowl, 104 yards rushing. We're still in the first half, and that is his 5th ball game as a collegiate over 100 yards.
And also, he left. He went to the locker room for quite a bit of time.
He took about 15 minutes off because of the rib injury.
Well, if his rib is hurting, he's displaying that he can play with pain.
Third down and inches, 2-yard line.
I don't think there's anything worse than a rib injury for a football player because you can't even take a deep breath without it hurting.
Quarterback sneak by Phelps. He just wanted those inches in the first down, so he'll have more opportunities to operate. Oklahoma led 7-0. They now trail by 1, 8-7. Here's that offensive line.
Dr. Death, number 76, Steve Williams. He got a good charge, knocked his man backwards, picked up the first down. Now you got to figure they've got 4 shots to get into the end zone. What they must be aware of now is do not fumble the football.
First down at the 1. Dupree and Wilson in the backfield. This is Wilson, and he is there. Stanley Wilson, the senior, has his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Oklahoma back in front. Wilson, 10 carries, 30 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Here it is, straight ahead. Offensive blocking by Oklahoma, giving the ball to Wilson. Now, I believe they're going to go for 2 points. Straight ahead. Head is down, legs are driving. 6 points for Oklahoma. They're going to try to make 8 because they are going for 2 points.
Oklahoma 13-8. The reason, of course, being it would make it 15-8. And that is exact 7 points away on the option. Here's Dupree. He is hit, stays on his feet, cannot get in. Paul Boyer, the strong safety, is the man who stopped him. And Mark Hicks was also there, but it is number 4, the strong safety. And we'll take a timeout as Oklahoma has regained the lead. Sooners out in front, 13-8. We'll be back in a moment.
Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn in a very special relationship.
What else could best friend?
Burt Reynolds and Goldie Hawn are best friends. Best Friends, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you. Please check newspaper for local listing.
You in a bad mood?
I just hate talking in the morning.
I'll let you shave.
No, stay.
You use Noxzema.
Yeah, Noxzema gives me a great shave. It does something to condition my skin.
Softens it.
Huh?
I can tell when you kiss me. Your face feels real smooth.
Well, I guess it's the moisturizers.
I hate talking in the morning, too.
Noxzema medicated shave cream. Share the softness.
Stay with us at halftime. We'll be switching back to New York City and Lynn Berman. He will have highlights of the first half of this ball game, and we have some great highlights. Also, a look at the upcoming games on NBC today. The matchup between Michigan and UCLA and the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl, and then Nebraska and LSU, the pageantry of the Orange Bowl. And right now, the barefoot kicker, Michael Keeling from Dallas, will be kicking off to either Darryl Clack or Mike Cave. Oklahoma leading 13-8. Darryl Clack to the 20, the 25, Clack to the 30. Outstanding return, Arizona State at their own 35. Dwight Drain with the tackle.
Tackled by number 6, Steve Hayward, and number 33, Mike.
So let's see now what the Sun Devils can get going. Clack on the day, 2 carries, 57 yards. This return.
This is a freshman, number 42, Darryl Clack. Arizona State, they feel that he is in the class of Marcus Dupree. They say that he has as much or more speed than Marcus Dupree. And when you're talking about running a 100-yard dash, you're talking about 9.5 speed.
Arizona State from their own 35-yard line, inside handoff to Alvin Moore. Flag is down. Moore crosses the 50-yard line. Kevin Murphy was there for the Sooners, making the tackle, but we'll have to see about the marker.
Keith Stanberry and number 6, Steve Hayward.
Offside Oklahoma.
Offside against the Sooners.
Penalty offsides against the Sooners. Reviews first down at the Oklahoma 49-yard line. A gain of 16 yards on the play. In the penalties, Oklahoma 46 yards. Arizona State only 1 for 15. Alvin Moore, 45 yards rushing and 16 carries. On to throw. Into coverage, knocked down by Scott Case. And Case was in a perfect position to make an interception.
Should not have thrown that ball. He's going right at the defensive man. Very easily could have been intercepted. Looks like when Hans makes up his mind where he's going to throw, he's going to throw it regardless. And there you see it on the line. Number 10, Case, has excellent position. Very easily could have intercepted that ball.
Hans, the junior quarterback from Torrance, California. Second down, 10.
They're double covering the wide receivers. That's the time you got to go inside either the tight end or the backs. There goes the tight end. He moved before he should have, and I'm sure it's going to be on Arizona State.
We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC television network.
Channel 23, KNDO, Yakima.
This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. We're at the 12th Fiesta Bowl, the first meeting of Arizona State and Oklahoma. It is Oklahoma 13 and ASU 8. And right now, Arizona State has the football on their own 45-yard line, second down and 15. Oklahoma led 7-0. Arizona State got out in front 8-7 with 2 field goals and a safety. Oklahoma back in front 13-7 on the reverse. Alvin Moore reversing his own field, bumped out of bounds at the 45. The hole was closed on the right side, so he just took a single reverse and ran right into Mike Weddington. The first man to get to him, Scott Case, the second at the 45.
He did a good thing, though, Charlie, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. Stopping the clock is good if they pick up the first down. It's not so good if they don't, because they'll have to give the ball back to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma 13, Arizona State 8. We're in the first half of the Fiesta Bowl. And we've got a good one going here. The offensive Sooners against the defense of the Sun Devils. So far, it's kind of worked out the other way with the Sun Devils offense and Oklahoma's defense. Hot fires. It is low. One hop incomplete. Ron Brown, the intended receiver, and he slipped as he made his cut. Mike Weddington was putting the pressure on. Haas now 6 of 18.
World-class sprinter Ron Haas, number 30, going to come down and try to turn inside. He slipped right there. The ball was underthrown anyway. Now it's a situation Arizona's got to kick the ball away to Oklahoma. That very explosive running game of the Oklahoma Sooners.
Mike Black kicking below his average, 37 yards in this ball game on the season, above 44 yards. Now, Scott Case is looking right into the sun as he sets for the return. Kind of a semi fair catch signal that is chased into the end zone. Flags are down. The reason the flag is dropped is that it will be a touchback. Boy, excellent coverage by Arizona State. Case did not have a chance. He couldn't see the football.
No, he could not. A good point that you made. The sun is shining. It's shining right in his face. That was an excellent punt. Unfortunately, they went into the end zone. 54 yards on the punt. Arizona State will take over. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. And the Sooners are leading by the score of 13-8.
For Oklahoma, Marcus Dupree and Stanley Wilson, the running back. Oklahoma leading 13-8. Sun Devils record at home. This is their home stadium, 136 wins. They don't lose a lot here.
This is their home, but they're the visitors.
They're the visiting team. That's the Fiesta Bowl. Stanley Wilson. Wilson almost at 25-yard line. Paul Moyer with the tackle. And it has been the senior from Carson, California, known as a good blocker. All Big Ten as a junior, second team as a senior, but he has scored the 2 touchdowns for Oklahoma.
He's what you call a good money ball player. He's the type of guy that can do a lot of things for a football team, and he is the motivator out there. He's an inspirational type of football player. The type of player you love to have on your team.
Dupree on the pitch. Across the 30, out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. He'll pick up 8 yards. He's got the first down. Mike Richardson, number 25 for Arizona State, the free safety, and the 2-time All-America from Compton, California, who has a block punt in this ball game, was the man there for the defense. Dupree now rushing 113 yards for the freshman. Wilson is 35. Phelps is 38.
The average 9.4 yards per carry. And he's only 18 years old. That's amazing.
6'2", 235 pounds. Phelps on the option. Dupree on the pitch. Across the 40. And out at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Moyer and Richardson for Arizona State. That's his running average right there, 9 yards.
Here it is, the option play coming down the line. Phelps pitches it out to number 22, Dupree. Blockers out front. Number 13 is Steve Sewell. Now, with Oklahoma, if you're a so-called receiver, you better be able to block, because they're going to run with the football, and you're leading the charge. That time, Sewell did a fine job of blocking for Dupree. Uh-oh.
Long to Dupree. He's open. And it's incomplete. Little play action. Galloway with the coverage. Now Dupree, in case you weren't with us earlier, fell, knocked the wind out of himself, and had a rib injury problem. He's taped up. He falls again, and he falls right on that chest and right on those ribs that are hurting.
Oklahoma's only thrown the ball a couple of times. I think they must only have about 2 or 3 different types of pass patterns. They've thrown the ball twice, and it's been the same type of pass, going deep, straight up the sideline.
And they're 0 for 2 through the air.
I guess that's why Barry Switzer puts the ball on the ground.
For Arizona State, quarterback on, 6 of 17 for 66 yards throwing. On the keeper, around the corner. With the first down, Mike Richardson. Richardson knocking Kelly Phelps out of bounds. It'll be a first down. They'll mark him out at the ASU 48-yard line.
First down.
So he picks up 10 yards. 1:16 left to go in the first half. It's Oklahoma 13, Arizona State 8, and the Sooners are on the move. They started back at their own 20-yard line. Screen to the backside to Wilson, and it is incomplete. As Phelps with pressure rolling to the right side, throwing back left with a screen, and Mark Hicks was there for the defense.
Well, they've yet to complete a forward pass. Number 32 is Wilson. He's involved in the screen. Maxwell saw it. He read that. The ball was high. Unable to catch the football. But number 54, Maxwell, when he saw that they were letting him in too easily, he said, wait a minute, something's wrong here. They're not supposed to do that. He turned around, saw that Wilson was out there, and went out in the flat with him. 1:11 remaining in the first half. Play back.
The receiver was open. Number 82, Paul Cluas, who had 9 receptions during the regular season, and he just flat missed him.
He was wide open. Yes.
3rd and 10 from the 40.
Rolling to his right, which should be easier for him to throw because he is right-handed. But Cluas was wide open. That would have been a big game for Oklahoma.
And be with us at halftime. We'll be switching to New York City and Lynn Berman. And Lynn will be giving you the highlights of the first half, which there are quite a few. And also a look at the upcoming games today. We'll go right from here to the Rose Bowl and then on to the Orange Bowl. So stay with us as we open 1983 with Bowl Saturday. Here's Fred Sims. Sims fights his way to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, first down. Mitch Callahan with the tackle.
Tackle by number 99, Mitch Callahan, and number 4, Paul Moyer.
54 and 14. That's 54 of Maxwell. He is blocked very well by Oklahoma. Sims gets around, and I believe they fooled Arizona State on that. Defensive back Galloway went right by him. We'll get a timeout.
We'll be back.
There's only one network where you can see the #1 big man in the country, Ralph Sampson, lead Virginia against last year's national champs, North Carolina. There's but one place where you can witness this, a showdown with greatness, the AFC Super Bowl tournament. And to experience college football's premier all-star game, the 1983 Hula Bowl Classic, there's a singular choice, NBC Sports. January 15th.
We have 1 minute remaining in the first half of the Fiesta Bowl. Oklahoma leading Arizona State 13-8 on a perfect afternoon for football. About 60 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky. It is gorgeous in Tempe, Arizona. So we start with the Fiesta Bowl. Then we'll be moving on to the Rose Bowl, Michigan and UCLA, and the Orange Bowl, Nebraska and LSU. So start 83 with NBC. Marcus Dupree, 121 yards rushing with a minute to go in the first half, and he missed almost 15 minutes out with that rib problem. Here's Dupree. No, it is Sims. Fred Sims, a sophomore from Tucson, averaging almost 5.5 yards a carry. Moyer and Galloway with a stop.
Number 25, Richardson, the two-time All-American. Number 54, another All-American, right there. Maxwell coming all the way from his right position to the left to make the stop.
That was number 23, Fred Sims. We correct ourselves on the call. Little play action. Flag is down. Pass is knocked away. It is intercepted. It will be ASU's ball, but there was a marker. Mitch Callahan, number 99, with the interception.
We may have seen the last of the forward pass for Oklahoma for the day, Charlie. They have yet to complete one. That one intercepted. Here it is. The heat is on. '99 Callahan coming up, and if his own men hadn't knocked him over, there was a possibility that he could have advanced it onto the goal line. Vince Callahan, big play for him. Defensive linemen do not get the opportunity very often to intercept passes. In fact, that's the first of his career.
However, he did score a touchdown, and that was falling on a fumble in the end zone during the regular season. Now, Arizona State from their own 38-yard line, first down. Alvin Moore and Tex Rice running back. Hans drops over the middle to Alvin Moore. Near the 50-yard line, a gain of 12. It'll be a first down. 13 seconds left to go in the first half. Kevin Murphy and Scott Case were there for the defense. Now remember that Arizona State has Luis Zendejas, a 55-yard field goal. That means for the 45-yard line. That means the 38-yard line for the snap. And that means that Arizona State needs only about 12 to 13 more yards. They're within field goal range.
They can get it. The defensive backs for Oklahoma, they're playing very deep. They're guarding against the touchdown. There's areas down there that they can throw. They've got 13 seconds remaining. What they have to do is go down about 20 yards and curl to the inside, find that open area, and have that quarterback deliver the ball.
You want them curling back towards the quarterback.
Yes, you do.
And they have one timeout remaining. So that sets the situation here for the dramatic close of the first half. Now you saw the snapper, David Oden of Phoenix. Zendejas would be the kicker. The holder is the punter, Mike Black. So it is Oden to Black to the foot of Zendejas. But first things first, Sun Devils must pick up 12 to 14 yards in about 13 seconds. And officially 13 seconds. In rushing, Oklahoma 235 yards. ASU 47. Passing, ASU 78 and Oklahoma 0. Darryl Clark out of bounds, stopping the clock. Hans is taking a beating. He has really been taking a beating.
He had his wide receivers going down and curling to the inside, but the pressure was there once again. The best defense against the pass, getting to the quarterback. He gets rid of the ball, but look what happens to him after he gets rid of the football. 3 Oklahoma defensive men on his back.
Oklahoma 43-yard line. They still need 6 or 7 more yards. Is complete. Alvin Moore. That's what they wanted. That is exactly what Arizona State wanted. They will use their last timeout. 1 second left to go in the first half.
Let's see, the kick is going to be from where?
The line of scrimmage will be the 37. It'll be from about the 44, an attempt at 54 yards.
And his longest, 55.
Home field advantage to a kicker and to a holder. Is that a factor?
You better believe it's a factor. They are familiar with this field. They are familiar with the wind, if there is any wind. It doesn't look like there's much wind right now.
Might be a little advantage to the fact that the sun is to his back. No problem of seeing the ball, of looking into the sun as if they were going the other way. Darryl Rogers, head coach of the Sun Devils of Arizona State University. Luis Zendejas, 5'9", 186-pound sophomore. NCAA record of 15 straight field goals. He's already set that in his young career. Has never missed an extra point. From 54 yards out, he's got it. The picture says it all. We're at halftime. Oklahoma 13, Arizona State 11. Zendejas. Okay, that's statistic.
Well, take a look at it. 238 yards rushing for Oklahoma. The next one tells the story, too. They have no yards passing. Really looking at statistics, you say the Sun Devils really are fortunate to be as close as they are after the first half. But they are an explosive team. They can throw and can run with the football. I look more from number 42 of the Arizona State team, Darryl Clack. He's a freshman, and they say he is an outstanding player. He really hasn't had much of an opportunity to do anything in the first half, though.
But Luis Zendejas 3 field goals of 32, 22, and 54 yards, his second longest of his career. Only a sophomore, as long as his 55. The 54-yarder ties the Fiesta Bowl record. They also had a safety, and it is 13-11 Oklahoma. Oklahoma with 2 touchdowns by Stanley Wilson. After the second touchdown, they went for the 2 points, and they did not convert. So now we will open the second half of play here at the Fiesta Bowl. And the Fiesta Bowl is more than a football game. We had the pleasure yesterday of riding in the Fiesta Bowl parade. Want to say a special hello to all of our friends with the Special Olympics on their float.
Beautiful, beautiful children. Really great. And they had, what, about 400,000 people?
Almost 400,000 people. Hallelujah. The Special Olympics float was a very special float yesterday. Applause all the way down. All right, here we go. Second half of the Fiesta Bowl as Zendejas kicks it away. Stanley Wilson on the return. Wilson to the 32-yard line. 32 yards on the return. And it'll be a first down. Now, offensively for Oklahoma, Phelps, Wilson, and Dupree. This will be the normal set. Sewell, Clewis, and the tight end Fontenette. That offensive line, Hubble, Parker, Thomas, Williams, and Burke. Now, change at center as Ferrer replacing Chuck Thomas. He is out with a hamstring. All right, here goes the Sooners offense from the 32-yard line. They lead by 2, 13-11. Second back through. Marcus Dupree. Dupree to the 50. To the 40. To the 20. 12-yard line.
Well, if you are wondering if the injury in the first half is going to have any effect on this young man, the answer is no. Off and running. A touchdown-saving tackle by number 14, Dwayne Galloway. Marcus Dupree, 235 pounds, a 9'5", 100-yard dash man. He is a freshman, just 18 years of age. He was injured in the first half, but he's showing no side effects of an injury.
Dupree now with 177 yards. We'll be back.
I tell you, my wife's cooking is great for acid indigestion. When you heard her come and get it, my house is try and eat it. My wife. Why, if you were cutting down on salt, she'd give you an acid with salt in it. I mean, she never heard of Losal.
Now there's new Losal. So low in sodium, it's considered salt-free. And Losal is twice as effective as the leading tablet.
So get good-tasting Losal. Call me when dinner's over.
New low-sodium Losal from Philips.
Give your stomach more respect.
Hertz announces free gifts that are worth getting, like an autographed O.J. Simpson football with only 1 rental.
Forget that sissy stuff. Rent from Hertz just once and walk away with 6 top-name golf balls.
Well, rent from Hertz just 6 times and get a 12-inch RCA TV.
Now, hold on there, O.J. Let's let the people decide. Rent from Hertz and choose from the kind of quality gifts you'd expect from number 1.
This 1983 Fiesta Bowl game is brought to you by Lowenbrau. When you want the taste of a truly great beer, there's really only one. Tonight, let it be Lowenbrau. By Toyota, we remind you that it's a good feeling to buckle up for safety. By Eastern Airlines, America's favorite way to fly. And by Xerox, advancing office productivity worldwide. Here we go, 12-yard line, first down. Dupree with 177 yards rushing. This is Marcus M. The 177 yards is now Dupree's all-time best game, and he is already second in the Fiesta Bowl, and we still have all kinds of time left.
202 yards, the record at the Fiesta Bowl. Woody Green from Arizona State has that record. Dupree can get it in a hurry.
Jim, 34 yards, rushing, second down 6, 8-yard line. And the pride of Oklahoma is here, the Sooner Band. First back through is Stanley Wilson. Wilson has scored the 2 touchdowns. Vernon Maxwell makes a tackle. Let's look at that defense for the Sun Devils. It's the #1 defensive team in the country. Jeff Coate, Callahan, and Caldwell, the front 3, the linebackers. Maxwell battled Williams and Hicks. And at secondary, Galloway, Montgomery, Moyer, and Richardson. Now, Scott Keegans has come in for Mario Montgomery, who was shaken up at the end of Marcus Dupree's last run. 6-yard line. It is third down. Third down 4. Fumble. Sun Devils have the ball. Phelps fumbled it. And let's see who came up with it.
They're still unpiling them. Number 50,
Brian Caldwell.
Here it is, way high. He was trying to give it to the fullback, but he had it up around his chin. The problem being there with that wishbone, you don't really look at the stomach of the ball carrier.
So Arizona State takes over at their own 8-yard line. We'll be back.
It's a brand new year. And at midnight, a brand new organization was born. It's named AIS, the division of American Bell. And the first thing that AIS would like to do is to help American business say goodbye to the old year. Goodbye to a year that buried you in paperwork. Goodbye to a year of endless meetings and meetings about meetings. Goodbye, in other words, to a year that left you little time to stop and think. And that's why AIS was born, to help fix that. And starting next Monday morning, all 17,182 of us will be ready with systems to help you manage time and move information so that you can think smarter, act faster, and work happier. For now, from everyone at AIS, Happy New Year to you, and happy birthday to us.
Barry Switzer, the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners.
That tells the story for Oklahoma, giving the football away.
Arizona State now from their own 8-yard line, first down. Alvin Moore. Moore a couple of yards to the 10 where he stopped by Bob Slater. It'll be second down and 8 offensively for the Sun Devils. Todd Hans, the quarterback. Dwayne Wright and Alvin Moore. Now, Moore and Darrell Clack will alternate at tailback. Weatherspoon, Allen, and Wetzel. Wetzel, the tall tight end. And that offensive line of White, Mackey, Shutt, Sowers, and Keaton. Hahn is in there as an offensive guard. He'll be in there. Mackey was in there at the start. So those are the basic changes. Also, we'll see Ron Brown in along with Doug Allen as a wide receiver. From the 10-yard line, second down and 8. Does not have much pressure. Now he does. Tries to get around the corner, but he loses 5 yards back to the 5 where Darrell Goodlow got him. It'll be third down and about 13.
That is not the direction you want to go when you're scrambling. He had an opportunity, should go straight ahead. Trying to outrun this Oklahoma team, it's not very easy to do because they have great speed. 49 Jackie Shipp running him down, knocking him out of bounds. And they're in a deeper hole right now.
Boy, and Todd Hans is taking a beating. When he throws, he takes a beating. After he releases the ball, he takes a beating when he scrambles. Third down, 13.
They don't want to make a mistake down here.
Sooners were there to greet Alvin Moore, Rick Bryant, the All-America from Coweta, Oklahoma, and Bob Slater, the junior from Tulsa.
They were not fooled on that play. Both defensive linemen, they were about 3 yards deep in the backfield.
So now Mike Black will be kicking. He will not have a lot of room to get it off. He'll have to get it off in a hurry. Steve Ayworth and Scott Case can give the Sooners excellent field position, but they are looking directly into the sun, as you can see from their shadows. Black's averaged 41 yards in this ball game. His long is 56 yards. Fair catch is called for it. He sails this one back to the 39. It was not a fair catch. It was Hayward shielding his eyes from the sun. But a super kick by Mike Black. The Sooners have good field position, but not great field position. A 57-yard kick by Mike Black to Scott Case. So Oklahoma goes to work at their own 46-yard line. Sooners out in front, 13-11. We're in the third quarter with Fred Sims and Stanley Wilson, the two running backs, And the second back through is Sims. Line of scrimmage, and that is it. A fumble. Has a play been blown dead?
Yes.
Blown dead at the 46-yard line. No gain, 2nd and 10. And an exhibition by the #1 defensive team in the nation.
And the defensive backs for Arizona State really stick people. Number 14, Dwayne Galloway, came up to make a real fine hit. Here it is, Sims coming, trying to go to his right side. Not much there, but right there, number 14, Dwayne Galloway. Defensive back makes a solid hit on the ball carrier.
2nd down and 10. Phelps throws far side, has a man there, and he drops it. That was a catchable ball. Johnny Fontenette, the tight end. He
finally got a shot for completion. The ball is there. Fontenette could not hold on. He has the one touchdown via the pass for Oklahoma this year.
Scratch that. It was not Fontenette. It was 89 David Carter, the sophomore from Altus, Oklahoma. Today's attendance, 70,553. 2nd largest in Fiesta Bowl history, and about 500 plus more than the stadium seats. 3rd down 10. 46-yard line. Second back through is Sims. He'll get a couple of yards, and that will be all as Mike Richardson, the free safety. 2-time All-America, was there.
And I think you're going to see why he is a 2-time All-American. Number 25, Mike Richardson. Here he is, man in motion. That's his man. He's going with him. He's reading the play, and he reacts. He reads run, makes a solid hit on Sims, and brings him down. Now, that's 2 good shots that Sims has taken. Mike Richardson there, the All-American. Galloway also hit him 2 plays earlier.
Michael Keeling. He'll be kicking as a 40.5-yard average. Pressure is on. He's going to throw the pass. It is complete. A flag is down.
So are a lot of the offensive line.
Everybody was downfield.
Finally completed a pass, and it was by the punter.
Ineligible receivers downfield.
He did not want to throw that football. It skipped. He saw pressure coming up the middle. He had already had one blocked on him. He throws the ball downfield. Everybody is quite surprised. But you can see 52 is an offensive lineman. He is downfield.
It is a loss of down penalty. So ASU will have the football.
Ineligible man downfield. It's a loss of down. First down, White.
At the Oklahoma 43-yard line. First down. We'll take a timeout. Oklahoma 13, Arizona State 11. Barry Switzer is helping the officials. We'll be back.
What does a man of advantage?
45 seconds left to go. 3rd quarter. Arizona State at the Oklahoma 43-yard line. Wants to throw. It is complete. Mike Kay, the junior from Eloy, Arizona. Murphy with a tackle.
All right, they kept the quarterback upright. Here it is, the offensive line. They've been giving away a lot of pressure on the quarterback, but he had good time to throw the ball there. Most of the time, he is, after throwing the football, Charlie, he's been on his back, but the line did a good job. It was a good throw, and it's a first down. No, 2nd down for Arizona State.
2nd down and a yard. Hans has pressure, steps away again. Now he throws a flag downfield. Pass is complete to Tony Lombardi, but there was a marker down at the 18-yard line. So we have quite a bit to sort out here.
Haas displayed the ability to avoid pressure because it is on him once again. You can see Oklahoma's coming after him. Number 90 is John Blake. He avoids that, avoids an ankle tackle, and gets the ball off. Good play by the quarterback.
Illegal chuck on the defense. Refused. First down.
First down, they spotted at the 17-yard line, so it goes for a gain of 17. Arizona State trailing by 2. They're on the move.
Taking a look at number 34, Montgomery, on the bench with a leg injury.
the 15. Second down and 8. Defensive line. We're looking at Oklahoma. Goodlaw, Bryan, Blake, Slater, and Murphy. Bitson and Ship, the linebackers. Drain, Case, Stanberry, and Hayworth in the secondary. Darryl Sanji still bothered by that back injury. Got it in the Missouri game, missed the Nebraska game. Thought he might be able to play here, still bothering him.
Arizona State in excellent field position. They've got that great field goal kicker. Bear that in mind.
Inside handoff to Darryl Clark. Clark to the 5. Touchdown.
For this young man to do something. Number 42, Darryl Clark, and you can see the blocking, excellent blocking. You do not bring him down with just a hand. And now the speed comes into it. A foot race to the corner, and Darryl Clark wins that foot race. Arizona State, 6 points.
17-13. Here's the extra point attempt by Zendejas. Talk about automatic. He has never missed one in his collegiate career. He does not miss this one. It is 18-13. The margin is 5 points. A 43-yard drive in 4 plays. And here's the freshman from Fountain, Colorado, scoring his 9th touchdown.
Here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special.
Congratulations, you coached a pretty mean game.
Well, I had a pretty good teacher.
Did it teach you the part about the winning coach buying the loan, Brown?
You got it.
Give me 10 minutes. I gotta go yell at my players.
When you want the taste of a truly great beer, tonight, let it be Lowenbrow.
So tell me, what'd you say to your teacher?
Told him we were outcoached.
Let it be Lowenbrow.
When I was looking for a small computer, I went to IBM because they know what a small, big company needs. I wanted data, word processing, and some word data processing. And they showed me a small computer to fit our budget. IBM even had a place to learn how to use it. That impressed me. Us. And my good business sense even impressed my girlfriend, Charlotte.
IBM.
We're back at the Fiesta Bowl where we have 8 minutes and 59 seconds left to go, third quarter. 43 yards on the drive, 4 plays. It took 1 minute and 46 seconds. And the freshman Darryl Clark scoring from 15 yards out. Now Zendejas to kick off. Either Fred Sims or Stanley Wilson. Arizona State leading 18-13. This is Stanley Wilson. 10, 20. Fumbles the ball, but they will blow the play dead. He had made contact with the ground. He comes whipping over the top of the ball, went sailing. But Oklahoma will have the football, first down.
Oklahoma's created their own problems in the second half. They were in scoring position. They fumbled the football. Here it is. Talking about doing a flip. Stanley Wilson, there it is.
Wilson with 80 yards and 3 returns to score. Is Arizona State 18 and Oklahoma 13. We have about 8 minutes plus left to go. We're in the third quarter at the Fiesta Bowl. On a gorgeous day to start football on NBC. Stay with us here. We'll be followed by the Rose and the Orange as Kelly Phelps carries across the 30 to about the 31. A gain of 7. It'll be second down and 3. Mike Richardson makes the stop.
Not only does he make the stop, Charlie, he really lowers the boom. He is a hitter.
2-time All-America senior, Compton, California. First-round draft material in the National Football League.
There are several of them on the field today.
On both sides, yes. And not all of them seniors either.
It's true. And after this ball game, you're going to the Rose Bowl. We got Michigan against UCLA. You're going to see Anthony Carter of Michigan in that ball game, the outstanding receiver for the Wolverines of Michigan.
Maybe a yard on the play. Langston and Boyer were there for the defense.
I sense things changing. The beginning of the second half, Dupree took off on the long run. since that time, that defense more tenacious in the second half. They're really hitting out there right now for Arizona State.
Dupree now with 179 yards rushing. Fiesta Bowl record 202. Wilson has 35. Sims has 36. Phelps has 48. Here's the pitch. Dupree, 40. He's got it right now. No, he doesn't. Keegan's with the save.
They have to get the football, that young man. When he breaks through the line of scrimmage, with the great speed that he has, that you're going to see right now, Phelps taking out pitch. He's getting out just as he gets hit. Now here he goes. 21, Scott Keegan, is the only man between he and the goal line. There it is. Big hole for Marcus Dupree.
He now has 233 yards rushing. It's a Fiesta Bowl record. Unbelievable.
Bear in mind, he left in the first half with an injury. Went to the locker room. He missed a lot of the first half.
20-yard line of Arizona State. Now Arizona State leads 18-13.
You stop them, and all of a sudden you give the ball to one of their backs, particularly this man, and whammo.
And he does it from long distance. As we mentioned at the end of the replay, Fiesta Bowl record, 233 yards.
Almost 13 yards per carry.
Breaking the record of Woodrow Green set in 1972, so the record 11 years old.
Makes it easier to coach, doesn't it?
It does.
He has 3 more years.
Dupree, as you saw, is going off the field. I think it's just for a breather. He's bothered by the rib injuries that he suffered in the first half. With 233 yards with rib injuries, and he's 18 years old, a freshman, 6'2", 235 pounds.
3 more years at Oklahoma. Big 8 teams are going to have to look at him for 3 years.
Oh, boy. Second down and 9, 19-yard line. Chet Winters is in as the flanker. Fred Sims and Stanley Wilson are the running backs. This is Sims on the pitch. Sims to the 15, the 10, the 5 is a block out in front. He scores. Paul Clois, the wide receiver, with a key block, riding the defender inside the 5-yard line.
I had mentioned earlier that if you're a receiver for Oklahoma, you'd better be able to block. Phelps pitching it out. Sims receiving it. Good blocking downfield. Goes to the corner of the end zone. You don't see Paul Clois in your picture, but he had an outstanding block on that play. Here it is. The option play. He's hit. Maxwell hits the quarterback. Sims has the ball. There's the block right there. Outstanding block. Number 82, Paul Clois.
19-18, Oklahoma by 1. They'll go for 2. They'll throw. Scramble.
Look out.
They've got it. Passing for 2 to Johnny Fontenette. Now, Fontenette has the only touchdown receiving this year for the quarterback, Kelly Phelps.
You can understand why Fontenette is excited. He doesn't get the opportunity very often. Nice move by Phelps to avoid a tackler. Gets the ball up in the air. Fontenette makes the reception. We're going to be back following this timeout.
Oklahoma leads by a score of 21-8.
Warm smiles that lift you up. People who care. That's why Eastern's #1 on the ground and in the air.
For the 4th year in a row, more people have flown Eastern than any other airline in the free world. We've just shown you why.
We earn our wings for you, that's why we're Eastern, America's favorite way to fly.
How can a guy 5'9" have an unfair advantage over these guys? I use the Gillette Atra razor. They don't. It's got the advantage of a pivoting head. Atra is better than twin-blade razors that don't pivot. See? They don't always stay in my beard, but my Atra pivots to keep both blades on my beard longer. So I get a better shave, close, comfortable.
Get the Gillette Atra and get the Atra advantage.
Sometimes a little advantage goes a long way.
Number 69, Brent Burks, the offensive tackle for the Sooners, shaken up on that play, now being assisted from the field. They were working on his chest, so he may have a rib problem, but if it is one, we will get that information, pass it on to you. That drive, 76 yards in 5 plays, took 1:39 seconds. Actually took about 1:35. Dupree took about 4 seconds to go zip and put him in position. Fred Sims, 19 yards on the touchdown, now has 55 yards in 8 carries. Oklahoma rushing 373 yards.
How many times we get it that is Dupree carried? It seems to me only twice he's carried the ball in the second half.
He has 18 carries in the ball game for 233 yards. And I don't know how many in the second half, but we'll check that out. Now Michael Keeling will be kicking off. Mike Cade and Darrell Clack are deep. Taken at the 1-yard line by Mike Cade. Sits the tackle. Clack is down to the 18-yard line. Darrell Lowell was there for the Sooners. Mike Cade, the junior.
On the tackle, number 10, Scott.
Stay with us today. The Rose Bowl coming up. Michigan going against UCLA. Of course, we started all off with the Fiesta Bowl. And then we'll be moving on to the Orange Bowl. Nebraska against LSU. That's tonight, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The pageantry of the Orange Bowl.
Charlie, you know, for LSU, they've got an outstanding freshman running back by the name of Dalton Hilliard. So he's going to be exciting to watch in the Orange Bowl this evening.
Clipping penalty against Arizona State moves the ball back to their 9-yard line. First down. So they've got a long way to go. Passing yardage, Arizona State 116 yards. Oklahoma 0 yards officially. They did throw for the 2 points. So we could say they do have a couple of yards. Alvin Moore from Randolph, Arizona, starts it off for Arizona State. Tom Flemons is there for the Oklahoma Sooners. A gain of 2 to the 11-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 as Oklahoma now leads Arizona State 21-18. ASU led at halftime 18-13. So
Charlie,
the battle continues.
Arizona State's going to have to keep that ball away from Oklahoma because they have been very, very explosive in the second half. The only way that they've been stopped, they stopped themselves.
Goes deep. He overthrows everybody. It's incomplete. Wetzel, the closest intended receiver, 3rd down and 8. And once again, John Hans, the junior quarterback, is getting a lot of pressure.
Well, when you get that back by your end zone, you get a little antsy back there. You want to get rid of the ball. And here it is. Just pressure all around him. He really can't. He couldn't see there. He tried to throw. He could not see over that defensive line. He threw it up in the air, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted. He was trying to go to his big tight end, Ron Wetzel.
In total yardage thus far, Oklahoma 373 yards. Arizona State 178. Now the Sooners going against the #1 defensive team in the nation.
Wide open.
Alvin Moore, 30, 40, 40, 30. He's caught by Scott Case.
About team speed for both sides. Here it is. Alvin Moore is wide open. Somebody blew the coverage. There's no one around him. He's off and rolling on a 68-yard pass and run, putting Arizona State in scoring position once again. A touchdown-saving tackle by number 10, Scott Case, running him down. 20-yard line for Arizona State. They definitely got themselves out of a hole.
You just saw another record being set on that play. Longest pass play in Arizona State history and a Fiesta Bowl record as Wright gets the call.
Barry Switzer, the head coach of Oklahoma, plays like that can give you ulcers. But that Oklahoma team is doing it to Arizona State. This is a very explosive game. 2 teams with great speed, and they're explosive on both sides.
2nd down and 4 at the 14-yard line. So records continue to be set. school records and Fiesta Bowl records that we've been talking about. Play action. Rolling left, right-handed, throws, intercepted end zone. Scott Case. Sooners will take over at the 20-yard line.
Scott Case has really done a job in the last couple of plays. He ran down Moore to save a touchdown. This time he intercepts in the end zone, giving Oklahoma the ball on the 20-yard line.
We'll take a timeout. Sooners have the ball with the interception, and they have the lead.
Toyota's been the #1 selling import truck for 5 years. A 1983 Toyota Standard bed aims to make it 6. With the biggest Standard engine in its class, a 1,400-pound payload, a better warranty than ever. And this, last year's sticker price, just $59.98. How does that feel?
Like somebody did it right.
Baseball star Jim Palmer.
I hate dandruff.
Can Tegrin control Jim Palmer's dandruff for 3 days without shampooing?
3 days?
Tegrin test, day 1.
Beautiful, so far.
Day 2.
Tegrin's still working. Good thing it's almost airtime.
Day 3.
Tegrin controlled my dandruff 3 days.
Jim Palmer, looking good.
Try Tegrin. It passed the 3-day test.
Tegrin works day after day after day.
Todd Hobbs, 11 of 27. The interception that he just suffered as Scott Case picked it off in the end zone. Oklahoma now from their own 20-yard line. Inside handoff to Fred Sims, who just scored the touchdown as Jeff Cote and Maxwell make the tackle. A gain of 5 to the 25. It is 2nd down and 5.
Just saw Weatherspoon for Oklahoma coming into the ball game. The receivers will shuttle into plays for Oklahoma. The tailbacks will do it for Arizona State.
2nd down and 5. First back through, Stanley Wilson. Mike Richardson leading the defense. Jimmy Williams was also there, the inside linebacker. Official spotted at the 29-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
They've had such great success going wide with Dupree on that option play. That time they gave it to the fullback, picked up good yardage.
Wilson, 42 yards and 14 carries, including 2 touchdowns. 3rd down and 1. Quarterback sneak. All he has to do is get the ball to the yard line. They do not need to measure. As you know, it started following the touchback at the 20-yard line. The report on Dupree still a bit shaken up as he was in that last long run that he had of some 55 yards, 56 yards. He has 233 yards rushing in the ball game, and he is not in here as yet. But the report is that he will be back in the ball game. 1st down at the 30-yard line. Winters in motion. Fred Sims to the 37-yard line. Flag is down, and maybe for a late hit.
That's what it was, Charlie. I think it was.
Dead ball, personal foul, defense.
I think it was a freshman linebacker battle. I think you're going to see it right here. It is right there. Yes.
He arrived late and he arrived helmet first, and that's a quick 15.
There's Marcus Dupree on the sidelines. He looks like he's all right. I'm sure he'll be back in the ball game.
ASU 47-yard line, 1st down.
Penalty puts the ball on the Arizona State 47-yard line, 1st down. Stanley Wilson and Fred Sims are the running backs. Winters is in as a blanker. Sims gets the call, and he will lose a couple of yards as Mike Richardson, the free safety, is there.
Mike Richardson has made some great plays in this ball game, and I can understand why he's an All-American 2 times. Here it is, number 25, sheds that blocker. makes an open field tackle. He's made about 3 open field tackles that I can recall, and that's not an easy chore against these Oklahoma backs. Generally, when he makes a tackle, you know that he's made the tackle if you're the ball carrier.
Sims is 57 yards and a touchdown. This is Stanley Wilson. He adds a couple to his total, which will give him a total of 44. The quarterback, Phelps, is 55. Marcus Dupree has 233 yards rushing in the ball game. Spotted at the 47-yard line, 3rd down and 10. There's Stanley Wilson, number 32. From Carson, California, 835 yards during the regular season. A 4.9-yard average. His longest run against Kansas State was 43 yards, and he had 143 yards rushing in that ball game. 3rd down, tip fumble. Arizona State has it. It is Mark Hicks, number 94.
Oklahoma has created their own problems in the second half, giving the ball away. Ordinarily, a 3rd and long situation, you would think it would be a passing situation, but not for Oklahoma. Another turnover for Arizona State. They'll have the ball in good field position. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you burn the candle at both ends, there's a vitamin just for you. New advanced formula stress tabs, now with biotin. A vitamin not found in other stress formulas. A vitamin essential to help convert food to energy. When you burn the candle at both ends, support your diet with new advanced formula stress tabs with biotin.
That's my McDonald's. Even if you have a couple of dollars in your pocket, you know you can stop at McDonald's and get a good meal.
Mrs. Stoneman, you're going to have something good pretty soon. We were able to keep within our budget and have a good meal at McDonald's.
Our lunch, for example, costs us less than $5.
I've been eating McDonald's food since I was a little kid.
They don't have to pay a gob of money to take you out for dinner. You get good, tasty, solid food for a good price.
You can't beat it.
That's my McDonald's.
Number 94, Mark Hicks with a fumble recovery. Oklahoma has lost 3 fumbles. They've lost an interception. Pass is complete. Number 46 is Dwayne Tex Wright of Dallas, Texas. 43-yard line of Oklahoma. ASU has an interception. Turnovers are 4-1. Dupree in the first half, 13 carries for 122 yards. And the second half, 5 carries for 111 yards. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. We're in the 3rd quarter. It is Oklahoma 21, Arizona State University 18, and an exciting Fiesta Bowl. The Sun Devils on the move. Daryl Clapp, 35 out of bounds. He goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Great speed. Daryl Clapp, freshman. Here's number 39, Kevin Murphy, being knocked back. Now his job is to make sure that the back does not get outside, but because of the great speed of number 42, that freshman Daryl Clapp, he does make it outside. He does make a first down on the 35 for Arizona State.
First down at the Oklahoma 35-yard line. Arizona State trailing by 3. And a flag is down. Maybe an illegal procedure called against Arizona State.
Dead ball, foul, illegal procedure on the white.
Illegal procedure charged against the Sun Devils.
An area that's open that Arizona has been successful with is that little pass to the back coming out of the backfield. Those linebackers of Oklahoma get a lot of depth. They catch it in front of them. The one resulted in a 68-yard pass, catch, and run by Alvin Moore. I look for Arizona State to do some more of that.
5-yard penalty, first down 15 at the Oklahoma 40-yard line. Hans goes deep. Moore overthrows him. And he was out of bounds at the same time. Alvin Moore, the intended receiver. He had 12 receptions during the regular season. Steve Hayworth had the coverage. It'll be second down 15 at the Oklahoma 40-yard lines. In total yardage, Oklahoma leads 394 yards to 266. And for the Sooners, all 394 yards rushing.
Bear in mind, this is the number one defensive team in the country, Arizona State.
Second down, 15. Blitz is on. He'll have to get it off. Pass is complete. Clock to the 30, to the 20. Out of bounds, 11-yard line. With a blitz on, they picked it up. Dwight Rain saves a touchdown. $29-yard gain.
He's going to get rid of the ball just in time because he gets leveled by number 25 Lowe. There is an area right beyond the line of scrimmage where the linebackers get dipped. Clack catches the ball. No one is around him. This is an outstanding sprinter. Taking the ball to the 10-yard line. First and 10 for Arizona State.
Darrell Clack, 37 yards receiving, 18 yards rushing. At the 10-yard line, they say first down. This is Moore. He's in trouble. He fumbles. Hans falls on it at the 17-yard line. So a loss of 7. It'll be second down and 17. Now let's watch that play from behind.
And here it is, the handoff to Moore. He finds no opening. He's trying to find an opening. The ball is knocked out of his hand right there by number 88, Weddington. Fortunately, the quarterback was there, fell on the football. It was at the 10-yard line when they started. That's about a 7-yard loss. Now it's second and 17. Got it.
Stopped at the 1-yard line. Doug Allen. It'll be third down at the 1-yard line.
Here it is. Todd Haas, good throw. Doug Allen, 82, makes the catch. Both feet in bounds.
Steve Hayworth is the man who made first contact, stopping his momentum at the 1-yard line. Third down. Now for the Sooners. If they hold, Arizona State may go with another field goal attempt and go for the tie.
I would have to think that Arizona State, as the quarter comes to an end, Arizona State would think about going for the touchdown, even if they don't make it.
That's the end of the third quarter. We'll be right back after these messages from your local station.
This is a case, Brennan, about rich people and dope and murder.
A world premiere movie. O.J. Simpson runs for his life, and cocaine and blue eyes, Sunday.
Now you can do all your banking at one bank with just one banker.
Count on me in Seattle.
Your Rainier personal banker.
I'm in LaConner.
One person who can explain everything from bank bills to IRAs.
I'm in Burlington.
A banker you can talk to even after hours.
Count on me in Zoa.
See me in Richland.
There are personal bankers at every Rainier branch.
Count on me in Bellingham.
One of them is ready to show you a whole new way to bank.
Let's talk one-to-one.
Get the confidence of Goodyear. Keep it rolling with Lovering tires. Rolling on the back roads and highways. Rolling, we pull our weight on the farm. Rolling in the down-to-earth feeling. Rolling with Lovering tires.
Remember, Lovering Tire Company in Yakima has expanded their automotive service department to become your one-stop service center.
You know, you always get a quality meal here at JB Family Restaurant. And this month, January, you get ham and eggs and hash browns and toast for only $2.29. $2.29. Now, you can't beat that price at any of the JB Family restaurants throughout the Northwest. Boy, people say to me, they say, well, how can they do that with a quality meal? I say, well, actually, because they grow their own eggs. They have acres and acres of eggs out in western Washington.
Channel 23, KNDO, Yakima.
This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. We start the fourth quarter of the Fiesta Bowl. Oklahoma 21, Arizona State University 18. And what a way to start the day of 1983. Then it's on to the rose and the orange. He is stopped. Does not go in. Todd Hans. Now,
here's the line of scrimmage. We're going to take a look at it.
there is the possibility of a first down.
Second effort, he got in there, but I'm sure that they called him, that he was stopped before he made that last move.
Now, the play had started, this series from first down has started at the 10-yard line. The series actually started back at the 48. But there was a possibility. We thought it was rather slim. Look at that. It may be just enough for a first down. My guess is going to be it's an inch short. My second guess is that we can never see from this vantage point.
There it is.
It's a first down by an inch.
Woo! Well, you only missed it by 1 inch.
By 2 inches.
Now they got 4 shots at getting into the end zone. Probably go to the quarterback sneak to avoid the possibility of a fumble.
First down goal to go. Hans has 241 yards passing. His personal high is 300 yards. That was over Texas at El Paso.
Double tight in the ball game.
Look for the quarterback sneak. Handoff dive. It is there. Alvin Moore, touchdown.
To the tailback, Moore up and over. Securely had that ball, had his ball securely under his arm. They got some surge by that offensive line, and that was a good job by Arizona State.
Alvin Moore, 41 yards, 13 carries, and the touchdown. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Zendejas now is 74th straight PAT. It is 25-21. Arizona State is back in front in this seesaw battle. Don't go away now. We'll be back with a kickoff.
This place is real special. We wouldn't trade one of our days up here for anything, except maybe for one of our nights.
Welcome to Miller Time. It's all yours, and it's all mine. Bring your thirsty self right here. You've got the time, we've got the beer for what you have in mind. Welcome to Miller Time.
The best beer for the best time of the day. Miller High Life.
Bring your thirsty self right here. You've got the time, we've got the beer for what you have in mind. Oh, welcome. You know you're welcome. Welcome. Everybody's welcome. Welcome to Miller Time. Yours and mine.
A drive of 52 yards in 8 plays. It took 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And now Luis Zendejas will be kicking off either Fred Sims or Stanley Wilson. Wilson, 3 returns, 79 yards. That's a 26-yard average. He has returned all of the kicks for Oklahoma in the game today. Wilson to the 5. 15, good move. 20 yards on the return. Now, the Fiesta Bowl here. It's Arizona State University 25, Oklahoma 21. Still more than 14 minutes left to go. And from here, we'll be going to the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, Michigan and UCLA. So just stay with us here on New Year's Day. Then it's on to Nebraska LSU and the pageantry of the Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. But right now, a lot still to be settled at the Fiesta Bowl. Arizona State out in front, 25-21. Oklahoma with the ball at their own 20-yard line. Marcus Dupree is in the lineup. Dupree has the first down.
And he broke a tackle by Mike Richardson, the All-American defensive back.
Marked the ball at the 32-yard line. The story here is right here.
Marcus Dupree, I believe.
He is down. This is the third time that he has been shaken up. Well, let's see if we can see what happened.
Here it is, cutting against the grain. Maxwell is blocked. Richardson misses the tackle. Oh, he pulled a muscle, I believe.
Dupree, 245 yards.
If you want a typewriter that erases, you can get the Selectric or the Xerox 620 memory writer. If you also want to set columns automatically, you can use one of their older electronics or the memory writer. If you also want to store pages of text, you can get one of their new models or the memory writer. But if you also want a display to make revisions and correct errors before they get on paper, you can only get the 620 memory writer from Xerox.
Introducing the totally new 1983 Toyota Tercel. Its front-wheel drive is only the tip of the iceberg. This Tercel is the lowest-priced Toyota you can buy. It has more room than any other subcompact and gives you more mileage than ever before. The new Toyota Tercel. It's a new standard in front-wheel drive, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Tercel!
Marcus Dupree with 245 yards rushing in 19 carries.
What if he's healthy the whole game? He missed a lot of it.
Rib injury and now maybe a muscle injury. Here's Fred Sims. Sims spins to the 37-yard line, a gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Paul Moyer and Vernon Maxwell with the tackle. Let's go back and see what happened if we can pick it up on Dupree.
I think it looks like his left leg right there.
Is that a hamstring that rolls up on you when you put the pressure on it?
It could be. It's hard from the picture to tell. It looked like either that or his knee gave out on him. He did walk off the field, which is good news. 245 yards.
In 19 carries.
Looks like they're working on his knee.
Fiesta Bowl record. Number 32 is Stanley Wilson, who has scored 2 touchdowns for the Sooners. Mitch Callahan and Jimmy Williams make the tackle. Gain of a couple of yards to the 38-yard line.
On the 38-yard line, pick up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4. 25-21 is the score. 3rd down conversions, Oklahoma 9 of 16. Arizona State only 3 of 11. The pitch. Sims. 41-yard line. Maxwell stops him prior to the 1st down. So Keeling will come in to kick it away. It'll be about a yard shy of the 1st down. Fred Sims with a touchdown to his credit, 11 carries, 62 yards.
A great speed of number 54, Vernon Maxwell, running that ball carrier down. He's done that 2 or 3 times in the ball game today. Here it is. They're working on, looks like his knee. The back of his knee. They're putting ice on it there to prevent swelling.
Here's the kick. Scott Keegan's fair catch. He takes it at the 22-yard line. So Scott Keegan's, the academic All-Pac-10 from Claremont, California, makes the fair catch. ASU has the football on their own 22-yard line. The Sun Devils have the lead. We'll be back.
Every day, when people go out to get more business, they may, in fact, be losing business. To the Bell system, that doesn't seem like very good business. That's why we developed the concept of telemarketing. Using the most powerful communication network in the world, the Bell network, telemarketing lets you sort out the hot prospects generated by your 800 number.
I'm confirming tomorrow's meeting at 10.
Handle smaller accounts.
Dial is the hottest number in the line.
And attend to customer service.
It's available at 3 stores in your area.
John, how many did you...
So that when salespeople want to leave to cover accounts...
Okay, Vic. We'll ship them out ASAP.
They're covered back at the office.
We'll ship out 80 dozen right away.
The telemarketing concept from the Bell system. Expanding your ability to communicate.
11:57 left to go. Stanley Wilson, who has scored 2 touchdowns He's a bit of a, he's quite a ball player, the senior from Carson, California. Now we await an official decision on Dupree. I'm assuming he cannot come back the way that he came off, but he has been back a couple of times already after being here. He does have a hamstring, and Arizona State has been able to control the Sooner offense when Dupree has not been in there. But now let's see what Arizona State does on offense. As Alvin Moore picks up maybe a yard. That's about all he will get. All-America Rick Bryant is the man who makes the tackle. He was the defensive player of the year in the Big 8. Bryant, a junior, 6'4", 260 pounds. He'll be back. Well, they mark it the 22, so it's 2nd down and 10, no gain. Arizona State leading by 4, 25-21. The Sooners a 2 to 3 point favorite coming into the ball game. Hans with pressure throws. It is complete at the 38-yard line to Ron Wetzel, the senior tight end at 6'7", 238 pounds. Daryl Sanji, now in on defense, was there along with Hayward.
Hans paid the price once again. He gets rid of the ball just as he does. Look out. He gets hit, gets the ball to the tight end, picks up the 1st down. That quarterback for Arizona State is taking a beating. I didn't know that Dupree is hurting, and so is Wilson.
Hans is thrown for 256 yards.
Go!
Alvin Moore. Moore to the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Daryl Sanji, the senior from New Orleans, a back injury in the Missouri game, missed the Nebraska game. Did not start here, but he's in. In case you're wondering, Todd Hans, best day passing 300 yards, so he's only 44 yards away from that. This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. We're in the 4th quarter of possibly the most exciting Fiesta Bowl ever. Arizona State 25, Oklahoma 21. Marcus Dupree with 245 yards rushing, but he has a hamstring injury. Darrell Clack, the ball carrier, he has scored a touchdown in the ball game, and Rick Bryant makes the tackle. Lynn?
Well, I'll tell you, I can understand why Rick Bryant is such a highly regarded defensive lineman. He was involved in that tackle. When the pass is on, he's providing a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Come on, out!
Change coming out for the measurement. Alvin Moore for Arizona State is 49 yards rushing. Darrell Clack, the freshman, has 18 yards rushing. Moore and Clack both have touchdowns for Arizona State. 6 to 8 inches shy. 1st downs, Arizona State leading Oklahoma by 1, 17 to 16. So that pretty well updates all the numbers, but there's only one number that is important. That's the score, 25-21 Arizona State. For Oklahoma, there's another number. That's number 22, Marcus Dupree. Can he return? We do not believe so with that hamstring problem. He had a rib injury in the 1st half. They had to tape him up. He must have missed, what, 12 to 15 minutes of play in the 1st half, and still has 245 yards. In reality, he's going to have 245 yards rushing in about a half a football game.
He's averaging about 13 yards a carry.
And, of course, this is just the start. There's more great football action later. We'll be going on to the Rose Bowl and then to the Orange Bowl. So just sit back and relax and the New Year's Day with NBC. Todd Hans going for the 1st down. He needed that much, which is about 7 inches.
Good thing he didn't need a whole lot,
Yeah.
Charlie, because that
he didn't
line
get a whole lot.
There's Rick Bryant slashing in. Not much movement, but enough to pick up the 1st down.
Officials say is too close, too important.
I've already conceded to it.
They want to make sure.
I don't blame them.
I missed the other call down to the goal line. You were right.
But just barely.
This is Charlie Jones, Lynn Dawson. The score here at the Fiesta Bowl is Arizona State University 25, Oklahoma 21. For Arizona State, Lewiston Dejas, 3 field goals of 32, 22, and a Fiesta Bowl record 54 yards. The 3 field goals equaling the Fiesta Bowl record. The 54-yarder is a record, 2nd largest in ASU history. He has the record of 55 yards. Marcus Dupree, 245 yards rushing, but he has a hamstring problem. Arizona State on the attack. Hans goes deep. The speedster is there. He has got it. Touchdown. Ron Brown, world-class sprinter, takes his bow in the end zone and then spins the ball like a top. Listen to the crowd.
To throw, he has time, unleashed it. Number 30 is Ron Brown. He runs 100, bear in mind, in about 9.1 or 9.2 seconds. Man-to-man coverage, he makes the reception, and it's 6 points. That pass good for 52 yards and a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Zendejas now, 75 of 75 extra points. And Arizona State stretches the margin as Ron Brown speeds to the end zone one more time.
I do one thing. Magic. And the secret to being the best is concentrating on one thing, like Kentucky Fried Chicken. They concentrate on making chicken taste magical. I don't know what their secret is, but I know it's something only Kentucky Fried Chicken can do. They make the chicken appear, and we make it disappear. Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
You in a bad mood?
I just hate talking in the morning.
I'll let you shave.
No, stay.
You use Noxzema.
Yeah, Noxzema gives me a great shave. It does something to condition my skin.
Softens it.
Huh?
I can tell when you kiss me. Your face feels real smooth.
Well, I guess it's the moisturizers.
I hate talking in the morning, too.
Noxzema medicated shave cream. Share the softness.
9 minutes and 23 seconds left in the exciting Fiesta Bowl. It is now Arizona State 32, Oklahoma 21. Todd Hans, a career day. He's thrown for 308 yards. He just threw to Ron Brown for the score. It's 32-21 as Stanley Wilson returns for the Oklahoma Sooners. And the Sooners return it to the 35-yard line, where Oklahoma will go to work. First down and 10. This is the Fiesta Bowl. We start it all on NBC today. Then coming up, the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. Michigan led by the exciting Anthony Carter. I don't know how he could be any more exciting than Marcus Dupree is, but stay with us today, and we'll find out. And then we'll go on to the exciting Orange Bowl. Dave Remington's Nebraska Horncutters taking on the roaring LSU Tigers. Their freshman whiz, Dalton Hilliard, live from Miami. That's all today on NBC Sports. Now Oklahoma from the 35-yard line. Sims and Wilson are in the backfield. Dupree with a hamstring to have to throw. They do. It's complete. Spinning at the 45 is Chet Winters, and then thrown out of bounds at the 49-yard line. 14 yards, first down. Mike Richardson with the tackle.
That's the first pass that he's completed other than the two-point play to his tight end. They're in a situation now, Oklahoma is, that they do not like playing catch-up football. Winters making the catch, getting the first down for Oklahoma.
49-yard line, first down. Oklahoma on the move. They trail 32-21. They were the favorites. Phelps throws back. It's a screen. The pass is complete. 47-yard line of LSU. Weldon Ledbetter on the receiving end. Vernon Maxwell with the tackle. Now, with all of the excitement that NBC is covering today, starting off here at the Fiesta Bowl, there's a strong possibility, as here's a Happy New Year, that we could well be going to the Rose Bowl and then coming back here to the Fiesta Bowl. So we'll be touching bases here in Arizona and Pasadena. Updating the granddaddy of them all is Merlin Olsen, the Grand Marshal of the Tournament of Roses Parade, and Dick Enberger standing by there and then coming back here to pick up the excitement here. So stay with us. A lot still remaining today. And, of course, we follow all of this with the Orange Bowl. Play is down before the fumble at the 40-yard line of Arizona State. A gain of 47. Paul Cluas on the receiving end. Very close to the first down there. Let's see where the officials spot the ball. It is a first down.
And a final, SMU defeating Pittsburgh 7-3 in the Cotton Bowl.
And those of you that have been watching the Cotton Bowl, welcome to the excitement of the Fiesta Bowl here in Tempe, Arizona. Gorgeous day. Marcus Dupree rushing for 245 yards. The 18-year-old freshman of the Sooners. A rib injury in the first half and a hamstring here in the second half. But what a day he has had. This is Fred Sims, the tailback. He has scored a touchdown. Mike Richardson with the tackle. A gain of a couple on the play. It'll be second down and 8. It is ASU 32, Oklahoma 21. Luis Zendejas, a Fiesta Bowl record of 54-yard field goals. And that came in the closing second of the first half. Oklahoma led 7-0 after the first quarter. Oklahoma led 13-11 at the half. And they led 21-18 after 3. But now they trail. Stanley Wilson, who has scored a pair of touchdowns for the Sooners, is the ball carrier with Jeffcoat and Langston on the stop for the Sun Devils.
There you're looking at Marcus Dupree, 12.9 yard average. I do not believe he'll be back in the ball game, because it looked like that hamstring popped when he was running to the left side on the sweep.
Third down and 6 at the 36-yard line. Now, along with Dupree, there is a player injured on the other side of the table we informed.
Brian Caldwell.
All right. Wilson has 47 yards rushing. This is Fred Sims. Sims with 64 yards prior to that play. So that will add to his total. It'll be about a yard and a half shy. First down, a yard and a half away. So it is fourth down, 1 and a half. Look at that. Oklahoma 417 yards rushing against the #1 defensive team in the nation. The pitch scoots up at the 38-yard line. The play will be blown dead in college ball. A fumble recovery, you cannot advance it. But Arizona State will take over. Dwayne Galloway with the fumble recovery.
The option. Phelps going. Now he's going to pitch out. It's a bad pitch out. It's thrown behind the ball carrier. He's looking for Fred Sims, number 23. Galloway is there to pick it up. As you said, Charlie, you cannot advance a fumble.
All right, that's the situation here. Now let's find out what's happening in Pasadena. Let's go to the Rose Bowl.
Scoring game here in Pasadena, California. Michigan 8-3, UCLA 9-1-1, and the temperature 70 degrees. It has blossomed to beauty here the first day of 1983. Looking forward to calling Michigan UCLA. Now back to Tempe, Arizona.
All right, thank you, Dick, for the update. As we come back here, Arizona State with the lead, 32-21. The line of scrimmage, the ASU 33-yard line. Oklahoma has lost the ball 5 times. ASU only once. 5-1. Turnovers, big part of this ball game.
That has been the tale for Oklahoma in this ball game this afternoon.
5:35, time remaining. Hans fires. It's there. Jerome Witherspoon with the reception. Hans, who has taken a tremendous beating in the ball game, has really been throwing. But he's having a record day.
He fired that one, Charlie. He went back, set up, got that right foot planted in the ground, and really fired a ball to Witherspoon. Cutting across. You can see that ball is taking off. It's got a lot of zip on it. Hits him right in the numbers. After losing a few yards on first down, second down situation, the pass is completed. Arizona State has a first down on the 45-yard line.
Hans now has thrown for 324 yards. The Fiesta Bowl passing record is 347. That's the record that he's going at. Under pressure, it'll be intercepted at the 27-yard line. Keith Stanberry and Oklahoma has the football with the interception. That is the second turnover
Number 46 for Oklahoma, Darrell Goodlow, hit his arm as he was throwing. The ball was fluttering down there, and a big interception for Oklahoma. That's what they needed. They're 2 touchdowns down behind this ball game. Here as he's faking the draw, throwing. He's hit right there by number 46, Darrell Goodlow. A big break for Oklahoma. They'll have the ball when we come back in just a moment.
Now the Cavalry has changed the way car insurance works with Kemper Total, new car repair or replacement coverage. If your car is ever badly damaged in an accident, ordinary insurance might not pay enough to put you on the road again. But Kemper Total will pay the cost to repair your car if possible, or replace it with a brand new car of the same make. About $3 extra a month in most cases. Kemper Total. Only from the Cavalry.
Dave Remington, center for the University of Nebraska. Last season, voted the Big 8 Conference Offensive Player of the Year. An academic and consensus All-America, Dave is regarded as the greatest center in Nebraska history.
Being an active participant in college football has made sports an important part of my life. Working hard at improving my athletic skills has improved my outlook on life. Are you looking for a positive experience? Get higher in sports, not drugs.
Preceding announcements supplied by the Fiesta Bowl Committee. And the man that you saw, Dave Remington, you will see him live tonight on the Orange Bowl. Pass is completed. The lateral is fumbled, and Arizona State has the recovery. And they celebrate. Mitch Callahan with the fumble recovery to go along with his interception. David Carter caught the ball. The lateral was to Chet Winters, and Winters just couldn't find him.
And he'd been able to hold on to that ball. It could have been a touchdown. This is the flea flicker. You may remember that Miami ran that against San Diego last year. Did not work for the case of Oklahoma. And another turnover for Oklahoma. Arizona State has the ball. 5-2.
Oklahoma's 6th turnover of the ball game. Arizona State has the ball at their own 36-yard line, first down. Arizona State leading 32-21 on the draw. Alvin Moore. Moore to the 43-yard line. In total offense, Oklahoma 443 yards, Arizona State 405 yards. That was prior to that last play. That is 848 yards of total offense. Fiesta Bowl record is 1,121. Moore, 57 yards rushing and a touchdown. 17 carries. They mark it at the 42-yard line. ASU in their own territory. Stopped by Bob Slater. Arizona State, of course, they want to run some time off the clock right now. At the ASU 47. Second down and 5. There is the time remaining. 3:40. The margin, 11 points. 32-21, Arizona State out in front. Alvin Moore. Moore picks up the first down. Scott Case makes the tackle for Oklahoma. It'll be at the Oklahoma 48-yard line.
Barry Switzer knows he needs a turnover right now. His team is 2 touchdowns behind. It's a 1st and 10 situation for Arizona State. The defense has got to come up with the football for Oklahoma to get them back in this ball game.
Arizona State has 89 yards rushing in the ball game, more than 300 passing. Oklahoma has 417 yards rushing. 32-21 is the score. First down, Arizona State at the Oklahoma 48-yard line. Darrell Clack. Good defensive play by Dwight Drain. Clack put 2 moves on him. Drain never moved and dropped him.
Well, had he gotten by that tackler, it'd been all she wrote. Here it is. It's a counter play. He gets by one defensive player, but not Drain. Number 33 sticks his headgear right in the numbers and brings him down.
Now, Arizona State A year ago, #1 offensive team in the nation. This year, #1 defensive team. They have been on probation. This is the first time that they have been on national television in a long time. They are having an outstanding game. Has to help their recruiting program.
Well, I'll tell you, they say that Darryl Rogers can't make up his mind whether he wants offense or defense.
Today, he's had a little of both. The best of both worlds as Alvin Moore carries to the 39. Tom Clemens with the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and about a yard to go as Tony Lombardi comes in. The two head coaches, Darryl Rogers for Arizona State, Barry Switzer for Oklahoma, the winningest coach in the nation. And the granddaddy is coming up. Michigan and UCLA, followed by the Orange Bowl, Nebraska and LSU. There was one man short in the backfield as Hans wanted to pitch. He wasn't there. He goes out of bounds. 38-yard line. May have picked up the first down still.
Do you know what a feeling that is to turn around, to pitch the ball to somebody, and that somebody is, nope, they're not there. So you just put it under your arm and go yourself. That is not what you'd call a called play.
First down. 1:29 time remaining here at the most exciting Fiesta Bowl that they have had. Boy, what a matchup this has been. We look for the offense of the Sooners. We shine with Marcus Dupree, 245 yards. The defense of the Sun Devils. Actually, it's been the Sun Devils offense that has been so surprising.
They've come up with a lot of big plays, primarily because of that man at quarterback, Todd Hahn.
Somersaulting through is Tony Lombardi. Bob Slater making the stop there. We'll be going to the Rose Bowl in just a few moments. The coordinating producer of NBC's football, Ted Nathanson. Today's telecast has been produced by George Finkel, directed by Andy Rosenberg, Bill Toby, our technical director, and our associate director is John Libretto. And, of course, helping us in the booth, Kirk Hendricks, Rich Waniger, and Jeff Coy. Thank you, gentlemen. And right after... Oh, do we have a timeout here? If we have a moment, we can name our most valuable players. All right, the Toyota most valuable players for today's Fiesta Bowl are Todd Hans of Arizona State and Marcus Dupree of the University of Oklahoma. Each MVP will receive a special trophy in honor of his achievement in today's game. In addition, Toyota will donate $1,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of each university for the school's participation in today's game. This money will be used to assist students in their chosen field of academic interest. And also, we might add, if there was a runner-up trophy, it would go to Luis Ziddejas for those 3 field goals, including a record 54-yarder in the Fiesta Bowl.
That 54-yarder made a big, big difference in his ball game early, or in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
Coming with no time remaining. There he is. There they are, all soccer-style kickers. They're kicking the ball. They can control that ball with their feet, Charlie, like you and I with our hands.
Todd Hans throwing for 329 yards. That's a personal record. Marcus Dupree rushing for 245 yards. Also a personal record. And a Fiesta Bowl record. To the 35-yard line is Alvin Moore. Jerry Sanders, the strong side linebacker from Garland, Texas, makes the tackle.
Tackle by number 45.
Oklahoma stopping the clock.
68 of Slater.
The line of scrimmage will be the 36-yard line. Darryl Rogers going for his first 10-victory season. And while we have the timeout here, Lynn Berman standing by in New York, so we may be going there. Of course, we could jump over to the Rose Bowl, or we could stay here in gorgeous Tempe. A lot of excitement. We'll end up eventually at the Rose Bowl and then on to the Orange Bowl. So just relax and enjoy a lot of football today. As Alvin Moore, 60 yards. Rushing, 18 carries, leading ASU on the ground today. Freshman Darrell Clack, 11 carries, 30 yards. The granddaddy of them all, waiting in the wings. Michigan and UCLA, there'll be more than 100,000 people there. We've had over 70,000 here, plus tonight there'll be about 80,000 in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So that means a lot of people, and that means also we have only 3 seconds here before it becomes official. Lynn, your reaction to this Fiesta Bowl, 4th one that we've been to.
I think this has been the most exciting of all the 4 that we have been here, and I think they're such big play teams, both Oklahoma and Arizona State. We said early in the telecast, both teams really have great team speed. Great running backs, and the receivers have outstanding speed. And I've been impressed with both sides, and also the defense of Oklahoma, the defensive line, I was impressed with them putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
We have now been informed that the clock is wrong. There's 1 minute and 3 seconds left. Okay.
Only missing by 1 minute, eh?
Well, that was close. Arizona State at the Oklahoma 36-yard line. Spin on the handoff to Tony Lombardi, and not that smooth a handoff. Rick Bryant makes the tackle. Rock Stewart, the Fiesta Bowl chairman, and everybody that we've had a contact with the Fiesta Bowl committee, we would like to thank it. The luncheon and the parade, meeting us at the airport, it's really been a tremendous experience. The Fiesta Bowl, much more than just a football game. Tom Hunt won the 10K run, part of the Fiesta Bowl yesterday, a junior tennis tournament. So it is a celebration of sports here in the Valley of the Sun. And Lynn and I are just happy that we could share it this year.
See the blue skies there here at Tempe, Arizona. There's a lot of parts of the country that are not enjoying blue skies. Well, they're making a lot of substitutions now for Arizona State. Barry Switzer looks on, and he knows that he needs a miracle right now.
And he has Zendejas in. He's going for a Fiesta Bowl record of 4 field goals from the 42. This is an attempt of 52 yards. He already has a 54-yarder. And he goes for the record. And he comes up short. Just comes up short. Mike Black, the holder, is shaken up on the play. Black is off. Is that Zendejas? That is Zendejas that is down. I thought it was Black. I was watching the ball. Did anybody see what happened? Okay, we'll take a look. Flag is down. There it is. But he was blocked into him by number 20, Tony Lombardi. Officials may not have picked that up. Let's look at that again, if we may. The personal foul is going to go against Oklahoma, but I thought he was blocked into him by Tony Lombardi.
I think he was.
It's a roughing the kicker call. Scott Case is saying, hey, what about being blocked into him? Todd Hahn's passing 92 yards in the first half, 237 yards in the second half. Marcus Dupree's rushing for Oklahoma, 122 yards in the first half, 123 yards in the second half. Now we're just going to fall on the football and run out the clock. That's the formation that is set up here. The time remaining as the 12th Fiesta Bowl, the first meeting of Arizona State and Oklahoma, coming to a close here at Sun Devil Stadium before a crowd of more than 70,500. Darrell Rogers, the head coach of Arizona State University. So it is in reality a final here. Arizona State 32, Oklahoma 21. This is Charlie Jones and Lynn Dawson with a countdown here. Let's move now to Pasadena and the granddaddy of them all.
And the weather in Pasadena, a perfect 70 degrees under sunny skies. Michigan from the Big Ten against the UCLA Bruins. The Pacific 10 teams have won 7 of the last 8 games. Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I'm Dick Enberg, and I'm working today with Merlin Olsen, the Grand Marshal of this, the 94th Tournament of Roses Parade. And at the moment, as you can see, Merlin and his family are about to make the grand tour around this stadium and acknowledge the 104,000 fans. He joins an illustrious group: Bob Hope, John Wayne, President Ford, and others to be so honored. Right now, let's go to New York and Len Berman.
Thank you, Dick Enberg. The final seconds being run off the clock in Tempe, Arizona. 32-21. Arizona State celebrating their coming off probation today with their victory over Oklahoma. It is now a final at the Fiesta Bowl. We'll be going to the Rose Bowl next in Pasadena right after these words from your local station.